gonna do we're gonna do the recording starting now before I go live because I will forget to do the fucking recording.
Fuck you, Skype.
Yeah, there we go. See, the other one retired. Live on YouTube. Here we go.
Hey
Oh
yo!
yeah, my raccoon has his own YouTube channel now
Hell yeah.
Nice.
I love it.
Uh-huh.
and his own TikTok and his own Blue Sky and Instagram threads and
You know what's
Twitter.
sad is he's probably gonna get more views and more likes than we'll ever do.
You're not wrong. You are not wrong.
But they'll see the failed attempt stuff through that, and then it'll take them there.
No,
The
I
al
have
the
them completely
algorithm
separate.
it doesn't matter. The algorithm will pair them together because it's the same person.
Fair enough.
That is true.
Go live.
Bless you.
Works.
What
That's a first.
what were
Oh,
you
fuck that.
eating there? Oogalie Boogalie.
Huh?
What'd you have for dinner?
Your mother.
That's
Wow.
disgusting.
I'm sorry.
That was.
I want to formally apologize. Father, Daddy, I have been naughty.
Wow. That was awesome. I'm not gonna lie. Okay. Slow start. All right.
I've been on mute the whole time eating. I had to come back and say something.
That's okay. And we didn't get your famous nostril shot, but anyway, welcome back to another episode of Failed Attempt, where a collection of assholes sit around and try to play Dungeons and Dragons, and we are officially on Campaign 2, Episode 2. We did have a
Woo!
bit of a break in between.
Oh
Yes,
my
there we
God.
go. There's the infamous upside down nostril shot. There we go.
Upside down panda.
There we go. Yeah, but you're not a
Hey,
panda.
we had to get a nostril shot.
There you go.
I gotta.
I mean, he tried. There you go. But it's not your famous one, where it's like just your. There you
That's
go.
There we
that's what
go.
my sleep paralysis demon
There
looks like when
you
I'm.
go.
That's right,
Thank you.
sleep paralysis, dude.
It's
And
just not.
so Ethan's gonna wake up and it's just gonna be like,
No, his sleep paralysis demon is just a pair of nostrils that are just breathing,
Floating there.
floating there. All right, so it has been a minute. Um, we did our episode 1, and then we took a break for Father's Day, and now we are back again. Okay,
no.
refill your water bottle. All right, so where we left off, you guys had met at Felix in Bluefenton, and also Cassius. I sent you the reason that you were there because you had admitted to me that you had forgotten why you were there. So I
Yep.
sent you the reason why you were there, which also begs the question that that particular situation did not happen.
hmm
Um, anyway, after a series of weird events, which all across any game, one shot, or campaign you guys happen to be in, bar attendance is always the weirdest part of your campaign. I don't know why, it just happens that way. But after a series of events with a malnourished female dragonborn, you guys, or I should say, Hicks was kind of sent on a treasure hunt with very little information to a infamous cave outside of Gloofenton called Splunk. Um,
We love Splunk.
Say that for
and
yourself, buddy.
We love splunking.
it also intersected with a job with a job that Ethan was on, which was not only trying to find the baby Tabaxi twins that were kidnapped, but also hearing that kids had been vanishing in the cave after wandering over there, after being advised not to. Also, this isn't actually like failed attempt merch, but we are working on how to get hats for failed attempt if anyone wants one of these. Um, get in the chat and let us know because we do have failed attempt merch. and it goes along with ironically brown bear children's clothing. But we're kind of merging the two of them together.
Brown children bear clothing. What?
We promise we're not having a sweat shop.
No, no, it's not kids making it. Not yet, anyway. Anyway, um, I mean, when they get
No,
old
because
enough.
everyone's getting deported.
I mean, when they get old enough.
That's
Oh
terrible.
my God. And we're live. Anyway,
Hi, guys.
Sorry, did that come out loud?
yes, it did. Anyway, so it
You
was
should have
kind of
heard what
a it
happened
was
when the
kind of an
ambulance went.
intersected um one of those things where like Ethan had heard about Splunk and had heard that kids were going missing there, so his mission was leading him there as well as Sector 2. And then Hicks was offered this very weird like treasure hunt with very little detail going to that cave. So just kind of entangled the whole group together. After a couple of shots, other than from our underage Cassius, you guys were all just buzzed enough to say, fuck it, let's go to a cave with strangers and made your way out there. During the day and the bright sunlight, you guys saw a giant mound with four different trees that had no business being out there, a field full of grass, and a giant oasis waterhole with weird fish-like creatures that were fish in the water and had legs when they jumped out of the water, but then dove in the water and ate other fish. Um, After trying to figure out what the mound meant, you guys, it was the sun was going down, and under cover of night, you went back to Gloofenton, only to find a caravan of miners, not miners, miners, ready to work in the cave. Yeah, they're not miners, they're miners.
Not minors,
Yeah.
miners.
Yes,
I
they're
know.
not miners. They're miners. People who work in miners who work in a cave. Never mind. Anyway, I'm gonna carry that joke for the whole campaign, and it's not even funny.
Pump
Yeah.
out Drake.
Um, Excuse me, I needed to drink some beer. Anyway, you
That's
guys arrived back there and had realized from the group of workers that the hole was open at a very specific time of night and only for a short amount of time. So the group of you plus about 30 of them went down this rollout rickety ladder all the way down to the bottom of this hole. And it is a cylinder hole that goes all the way up to the top, which then closed as soon as you got down there. There are torches and lanterns that are being lit. Most of you have dark vision, and it is being eaten by the environment around it. So really, your way of seeing well is by lanterns and torches. Um, when those weren't lit as you were coming down the ladder, you did have dark vision, but you noticed it started to fade a little bit the deeper you got, as if whatever's down here is taking away your dark vision. But here you are, standing in a cylindrical hole. I do apologize. I did not watch the last. I want to say it was about 8 feet in diameter, I think is what I had said.
it
But
was either
anyway,
8 or 10.
yeah. Anyway, it is not big enough for your group and the 30 people standing in it. It is a very shoulder to shoulder tight squeeze. Um, and standing on the bot is so when the torches and the lanterns are lit, they are right next to your head. You guys are shoulder to shoulder in this hole with all of these strangers with pickaxes and shovels and torches and lanterns. So there is fire in close proximity. The only one not worried is Hicks. Um, and the hole above that you guys descended down into this place has closed, making it pitch black other than the cover of torches and lanterns. And Hicks, the last thing that you wanted to do on the end of that one was look around. Um, Ironically, that hole closes, which puts you guys into this room shoulder to shoulder, pancaked in like sardines, and there's no other entrance. As soon as that closes, you guys are just sandwiched in here. And that is where we begin.
Hmm. 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 Yep.
But ironically, the weird part that you guys are going to see is once that closes and the lanterns and the torches come on, and there's no hole that opens up or no entrance that opens up, none of the miners panic.
Hmm.
As you guys are looking around wondering where you're going next, is there a tunnel that's going to open? Is there a door that's going to appear? Is someone going to start hacking away at the earth to make one? Nobody panics. They all just have their pickaxes over their shoulders and their shovels over their shoulders, and a couple of people are leaning on the leaning on the shovel.
Does it look like they're waiting?
It looks like they're waiting.
Okay.
Nobody's panicking.
Hmm.
But again, other than Hicks, it is a melting pot in this room. It is an 8 foot diameter circle with what, 36 people in here.
Hmm.
And there
Like
are
real close, like.
there are about a dozen torches and lanterns that are lit. So it's not only bright, but it is hot. And they're all just standing and waiting. You see one like elderly gentleman that really shouldn't be a part of the group anymore. He's slumped over at the shoulder blades on his shovel, bald on the top, but long white hair on the sides and the back, like he didn't want to give up his hair.
Hmm.
So he just let it go bald up here. And it's very like smooth on the top as if he shaves it and makes sure it's nice and bowling ball-esque. And then everything else is very well groomed. And he's got a very well groomed but long beard, wrinkled skin, but he's just kind of leaning, wearing overalls. Looks a little too old to be on the crew, but he's still there and he's falling asleep on his shovel.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
They have a really bad retirement plan.
They just might. You don't know. You're not a minor or a minor.
Mhm.
Yeah, so take
I,
that.
I guess we're just gonna sit and wait with them.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna look around, wait. I mean,
If I get any
something's
soot,
gotta happen, right?
if Cassius gets any soot on himself, he is just gonna press it digitated off of him.
Okay.
Any
I
little
mean,
mud thing, he's just gonna be sitting like,
yeah, I mean, you're gonna like the I mean the torches are letting that black smoke go up into the air, and then since there's a dozen of them lit, it is just raining soot down
yeah,
on
I'm just
top
gonna
of you guys
keep
into this
cleaning it up
closed
myself.
space. Um, you will see Hicks actually standing in front of you. You're behind him, but he's in front of you. The guy that led the charge, the ones that invited you to join the caravan and suggested that you follow them if you're looking to get into the cave, and the one that made the announcement for everyone to hurry up down the ladder. That gentleman also wearing overalls, very, very dirty. All their clothes are dirty. Like the old man, he's well kept with the hair and the beard, and even though his
Okay, I'm
skin is
back.
wrinkly, he looks very clean. I didn't even know you were gone. Not gonna lie.
I had to step off
Um,
camera.
um, all their clothes are like filthy because, why? They come down here and they do their work. Why would they wear clean clothes to come down here?
What did I
It,
miss?
but it also seems as if it's all of them only have like one or two articles of clothes, like pairs or sets of clothing down here. There's holes and there's dirt and there you see from like soot marks to tar marks to tears, just different shit. Some of them have blood in their clothes. But he is standing there in front of you and just staring in front of him at one part of the wall.
Hmm.
Not creepily, like, moving his hands on it and fucking drooling, but he's just
Yeah.
arms folded, staring at
Oi,
the wall.
He was
oi,
just
Hicks!
yeah. What's up?
Look at it. Look at that. Well, he's kind of mesmerized about that wall.
Yeah, I mean everybody is. Everybody's just staring at that wall. Like
Why?
like like something I mean I'm assuming something's gonna happen. Something's gonna happen. I don't know what,
I
but it's gonna
guess.
happen.
Be ready.
Maybe.
don't tell me how to live my
What do you
life.
think, Ilya? Uh, uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Oh, he's talking to that non-existent person again.
Yeah.
She says she has no idea what's happening.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Why did we bring
Is your friend a minor?
No,
him?
A
no.
mine,
What do you mean? Look how tall she is.
a minor or a minor?
Yes.
Which one?
I'll go talk to him. I'll go
So
talk to him. Let's do.
No,
after
no, just
standing
wait a minute. Just wait a
after
minute.
standing in this cramped space, all of you very again close proximity, shoulder to shoulder. And I mean close proximity to the point where if you're standing like this shoulder to shoulder and you even try to move, you're still shoulder to shoulder. It doesn't matter what direction you stand in. It's a very, very uncomfortable. You do see a lot of the people are tucking their arms in just to get a little bit of breathing room. Um, a couple of them actually even like putting their arms over each other's shoulders to get a little bit of breathing room. And it is hot in here from all these torches. Um, everyone but Hicks, basically, you guys are standing there in a pool of your own sweat.
Um,
As he stares at this wall, Hicks, because you're standing directly behind him, you start to see what kind of looks like a bright line of fire literally draw a door. Just start going around as if someone like lit a wick on a stick of dynamite.
Ethan's gonna try to back up.
Are we going to hell?
And then that shape disintegrates. And you hear and see the dude in front of you step in, and he turns off to the side and starts shoving people through. Let's go, let's go, let's go. It's gonna close soon. Get in, get in. And you start seeing all of the miners who have been down here before grab their shit and start barrel rushing through like football players that are running out to the field the first time
Oh fuck!
before
Do we go?
kickoff. They just start plowing their way
I
through.
mean,
But where else are we gonna go?
yeah.
Let's fucking go then, I guess. God damn it! This is not what my job prescription was.
Job
Crazy
prescription.
people and
Wait,
young
y'all are
wizards
getting
first.
y'all are getting paid?
He has a job prescription, guys.
Is the job prescription? Yeah.
It's a prescription. It's a job prescription.
He's got a prescription of something.
So all of you go through.
If he's not
Yeah.
on drugs,
Okay.
he should be.
All right.
He
So
needs them.
the weird part about this is you guys are going through yet another tunnel, only this one is oval at the top, straight down,
Hmm.
flat. And as you guys are going through, not only did that door disintegrate, it looks like the entire tunnel did. It just kind of broke down into more soot. Um,
I'm last, by the way, in the
is
order.
anyone proficient in nature?
I might be actually.
Native.
No,
Norp.
I have a +2 to nature.
Fred and Maria, you guys okay? Okay, they stepped away for something.
I wonder if the police came to knock on their door about the handicap spot.
Maybe. But Cassius, since you brought up the soot in the first place, without me having to mention it, go ahead and make a nature check for me.
Anybody can make it?
No, just you.
Just
I
me?
got a +4.
No, because well, no one's
I mean,
proficient in it, first of all.
I
And
would know soot.
actually, you would. Go ahead, both of you make nature checks for me.
Nah, he stays away from fire and anything. Yeah.
No, that was awful. Okay, I rolled a 10.
You know nothing about fire.
Nothing.
Just because you are fire doesn't mean you know shit.
I got a
You know
16.
nothing, John.
Okay. So with the two of you combined, you are able to ascertain that the walls are soot. For whatever reason, the walls that you guys have just been in, the wall that disintegrated and drew the fire line and made this tunnel for you to walk through, it's all soot. It's not dirt. All of it is soot. Just kind of
Careful.
packed in.
The walls are dirty.
Yeah. Oh, you mean the walls that are underground are dirty? That's crazy. I never would have guessed. I thought
No,
it
they're
was going to be
I'm really good.
pristine.
I'm really
no.
good with nature.
Listen, they're washed with Dawn dish soap. I don't know what
Yeah.
you guys are talking about.
Yeah, and it works for the ducks.
I'm gonna need to be here for like 5 hours. I gotta press to digitize everything.
Yep. Who knew that this underground cavern was
I'm
dirty?
not
That's
seeing any
crazy.
children.
Okay. So Tyler and Jill will be back in a moment. They just had a family issue phone call.
Hmm.
So they'll be back in a moment. And if they don't return, we love you guys. Anyway,
Yeah.
take your time, do what you got to do. So all of you barrel
So
rush
easy to
through,
say.
and it's a long tunnel. You guys go about the length of a football field, about 100 yards, until you reach the end of it. Ethan, being at the back of the tunnel, you'll be the first one to notice. Not only is this a single person tunnel, but as you are running about every third or fourth step, the tunnel is reclosing behind you.
Hmm.
So by the time you guys get out of it at the end of the 100 yards, it is now a solid wall once again. As you guys are running out, everybody, including the miners, have to spread out. But you do notice, here's the weird part. They carried wagons to come out here. The wagons did not come down the ladders with you. How would it?
Yeah.
When you guys run through this tunnel, everybody spreads out single. There's a massive hole in the middle of this very large room, like amphitheater sized room. There
Hmm.
is a very large hole that goes down about 50 feet. There is a slight catwalk which everyone spreads out on, um, about 5 feet wide. So big enough to where you're not going to trip unless you have very, very poor balance. You
Hmm.
got there, everyone is able to spread out in singles. And the weird part is on this catwalk, you guys see the wagons that they walked out here with.
Plus my wagon, because my wagon was there too.
No, just theirs. All full
Why?
of the
Why isn't?
equipment,
Why isn't
full
my
of
wagon?
full of the equipment and the bags and all of the tools and everything that they needed down here are all lined up on the catwalk ready to go. Getting in this massive hole goes around in a big oval like this one is about 300 feet in diameter. It is a giant, giant hole, but it is an oval shaped hole. And then the ceiling goes up further than you guys can even see. So is there a ceiling? Maybe. You can only assume that there is. Obviously you're not seeing stars. So you know that the sky is not down here.
You guys do know your camera's on. Just okay. Yeah.
So
Just making sure.
why
And then
didn't we just
in
stay on the carriages?
and then inside this hole you guys actually see like dirt ramps that go down in various spots that go down into the bottom of it. And it's callbacks because I built this. Ugh. Relictus-esque. I swear to God, it's fucking callbacks, and I was trying so hard not to do this. You guys see ramps going down that the wagons would be able to go down, and you guys would be able to walk down as well. You also see more rollout ladders that go down into the hole. When you get down into the hole, you see piles of ore and wood and steel and more tools that are broken, and a guy that's actually down there by himself repairing the tools. Um, and it kind of appears that they may have been the ones that dug this hole out. Now,
Hmm.
in the very, very center of the hole is what's going to be interesting here. There is what appears to be a stone statue of some kind, in the shape of a large, about 5 foot wide bird bath.
Hmm.
And in the center of that bird bath is a 3 foot tall orangish yellow crystal
Hmm.
just
Hmm.
sitting in the middle of it. That is just ever so slightly pulsing.
Hmm. I'm going to nudge the nearest miner next to me and just be like,
You shouldn't nudge children.
what's the deal with that thing?
We've actually never been able to figure that out. The first time that we ever came down here, we thought that it was a joke that they wanted us to work down here. Um, and that was not here when we first started. This massive area that I mean, all of this that you see, we dug most of this out,
Hmm.
and we got down deep as you see it, and that crystal was just there. And I mean, we cleaned it off, but it didn't start doing that weird pulsing thing until after we cleaned all of the soot off of it.
Yeah, nobody decided to take it.
I mean, you can try. We've tried. We
Oh,
had
you tried.
everything. We
It,
had every tool. We've tried to we tried to bomb it off. We tried to blow it off with sticks of dynamite. We tried to drag it out with our wagons. Somehow, and you see our wagons, right? We don't even know how these get down here.
mhm, mhm.
We came over with the caravan just like you guys did. We went down the ladder just like you guys did. We sweat in that hole just like you guys did, and then we come out here and our wagons are here.
Mm.
We haven't
So,
been able
so,
to explain this. We've been at this for months, and
so you tried to blow it up. You tried to use your tools. You tried to pull it with the horses and the carriages. But did anybody try just grabbing it with their hands? Stupid
oh,
question, but
we've lost we've lost a couple of people that did that.
uh, why? What happens?
One of my closest friends got that idea. He had his last shot of grain alcohol and decided fuck it and went over and grabbed it with his bare hands and torched, got set on fire and sucked into the crystal. So we've kind of avoided contact with it.
Interesting.
When
Okay.
you get near it, it's not hot. That's the weird part. It was a very difficult thing to explain.
What
Uh-huh.
color was the flame?
White and then blue, and then I couldn't really tell because I was just listening to my friend scream.
Can I do a history check to try to find out what would cause a white flame or a blue flame from an
Sure,
object?
Just
absolutely,
temperature.
If I've heard anything or read anything in the books in the library that I was
absolutely. That is your thing,
studying
sir.
in. 24.
Mainly the white would mainly be like phosphorus, um, which is strange because this doesn't seem like the place where that would even exist.
I don't know. I don't know about that. We,
Maybe.
s- we seem to be everything was pointing to like hell, and I don't know, but like I feel like there'd be a lot of phosphorus in hell. I mean, a whole doorway just opened up with a fire ring covered
No,
in
but
soot. I
you'd be comfortable down here.
don't know. This is why I'm saying this. Like, so phosphorus isn't far off.
Oh, excuse me.
Goodness.
Excused.
I know it's gross.
Um, cool, cool. Thanks for that. Okay.
I mean, I mean, if, in case you're wondering, because this is a very, very well-paying job, which I don't understand why you guys are down here to begin with. I don't know why Roy would have invited you, because this is a paid gig and extremely dangerous. Um, I didn't
Yeah,
even know
I'm
that you
starting to
guys
look
were
at
here
coming down
until
here
we were
too.
all standing in the hole together.
Yep, yep.
I'm guessing that really, really strange witch like Dragonborn toyed with you to come down here. She does that to a lot of people.
Maybe, maybe.
The one from the
Uh,
tavern.
oh,
Felix, yes. Um,
Jesus, Fred, you just scared the shit out of me. I forgot you were there.
um,
Yeah, at first I saw him on the other side licking in his eyeball, and now he's
we've
here.
this I mean this contract is a long one. I myself am one of the newest members of this group, but we were as far as I know, this operation has been happening for a number of years now, and
Do y'all come here every night and work?
yes, every
Every
night.
single night.
Every single night we're down here.
So we have
It's a
24-hour
sense.
shifts, I'm assuming.
No, no. There's only a certain amount of time that we can work down here because if we miss the window to get out, we don't get out. So we've got to keep. I mean, you saw it only opens at a certain time. You only have a certain amount of time to get down the ladder. The door only opens a certain time. The cave collapses on your way through. I mean, it's really good money. I'm not gonna lie, and it's
So there's no other way to get it down in here.
no. Again, the wagons. Why would a crystal be buried down here? Why would they send us down here to begin with? And how do our wagons just poof appear? And I don't know if you guys use any kind of magic, but it doesn't work down here. We've also tried that. Uh, we had a professor from Varus tester from the college actually come down here and try to analyze and dissect and magically do something to the room to identify it or get this crystal. And his magic was immediately absorbed by whatever's down here. So don't try that either.
Uh-huh. And what are you guys mining anyways?
That's the weird part is like you see the bags and the crates and everything. What they've been asking for is the ore you see piled up down there. We're gonna throw that in the bags and bring it up.
What
The
kind of
steel. They've been asking for bags of soot too, and any glass that we find in here. I don't understand this operation. I really don't. Roy might be able to answer more. I've been down here 6 months and I still don't know why we're down here. It's very good coin. That's all I know.
okay.
And I also caught wind that the original contract for this job came from a place called Iman, but I don't know if that's still the people employing this group.
Interesting.
And our group changes all the time. We have people quitting every day. Unfortunately, we have at least one death a week that we have to deal with down here. Um, and contrary to popular belief, we do not allow children down here. They come down here and they play and they get lost and
How do they get down here?
well, I mean they learn when the hole opens. They bring
Mm,
their own ladders. They just come down. There's nothing in here. There's no like magical force field that protects against age. It's not like 18 and only. There's no bodyguard. There's no bartender, there's no bouncer. They just come over. They learn. It opens up at this point in time. You have this amount of time to get down the ladder, and they wait just like we did. They come in, and then they get
Maria's
lost down
gonna
here.
Maria's gonna look at Hicks and be like, "You realize those children could have done the exact same thing that we did?"
yep.
That's exactly what. Oh, you are very lovely and very blue. Um,
Why, thank you kindly.
it's gonna get very, very hot down here. So just
Like how hot?
he kind of like Hicks is the one he's been talking to the whole time. Like, well, this guy probably won't care, but
Fuck's that supposed to mean?
you're all going to be swimming in your own boots.
Uh, okay.
So yeah,
I'm
because like
thinking.
the pulse of this crystal, it doesn't appear to be getting any weaker. It doesn't appear to be getting any stronger. It's not like as the group, because as this guy is talking to you, the rest of the crew is all going down into the hole and beginning to scrape
Making a
away at
con
the
check.
edges, and making
I pass.
the hole bigger and setting up their scaffolding and starting to do their work. They're all, I've been working on the railroad shit. Like they just start doing their job. Some of them are digging down, some of them are digging out. Um, you do see people starting to actually build on the far edges of the catwalk to go up the walls to start expanding the hole out even further. Like I said, right now it's a 300 foot in diameter area is what you're in. It is a massive hole in the ground. and you see them on the far end of the catwalk building scaffolding up the wall to start pushing the wall out further. Not only on the opposite side of where you guys entered, but also on the left and the right sides, just trying to grow it out. Just trying to grow it out and grow it out and grow it out. But as people approach down inside this hole, the crystal isn't responding. It's not like one of those where you get close proximity to it, it starts to get deeper or starts to get bigger. It's just a boop,
Yeah.
boop. If you stare at it long enough, it's probably like every 2 or 3 seconds it'll glow. But the only thing that does change, which you will notice, is it goes orange and then white, and then orange and then white. That's the only thing. That's the only thing that it does.
Well, thank you for the information. I'll let you get back to work. I don't want to, you know, take up your time anymore.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you. And any break from doing this shit is nice. I appreciate it.
Um, cool, cool. So, you guys can do whatever you want to do. I'm probably gonna head over to that crystal and see what that's about. Um, Probably think that's probably the item that barmaid wants, considering there's nothing else here, except for maybe this and this and this. And as I'm walking, so he said that they're collecting glass and ore.
Or steel, glass, tar, anything that they
Awkwardly soot.
awkwardly
Yeah.
soot, which the entire cavern and cave seems to be made out
Is
of.
it like can I look at the glass? Is it like special glass or is it just like glass that looks like it was like burned like made from like a fire? You know what I mean? Like
So the easiest way to describe it would be you walk up to a double pane window and you throw a rock through it.
yeah, so there's just like shattered pieces of glass about. All right. I mean,
There,
I'm
there,
not.
there are actual panes, not window, but not like perfectly square and cut out, but you'll see like oblong shape. You'll see diamond shape, but there's like actual sheets of glass, and then there's little itty bitty bits of glass, and then, everywhere in between.
I
But it's
mean,
just regular glass.
okay, yeah, but somebody wants it for something, which is
Somebody
good.
wants it
So,
for something.
so
So they're just out, they're literally, as he said, just down here collecting
shit. Yeah. I
whatever
mean,
they were employed to collect.
I'm gonna find a couple like pieces of glass and just tuck it away,
Okay.
just in case. Like, I don't know.
So, give me a perception check. Are you doing hands or are you doing eyes? What are you doing?
Well, yeah, I gotta look for the glass to pick it up. So
Okay,
my
so
eyes.
well, I mean, investigation with your hands, or are you literally just scanning with your eyes?
Well, I'm just looking with my
Okay,
eyes.
so
Yeah.
give me a perception check.
How hot is it getting progressively hotter in the room?
Yes,
He
14.
is Ethan immediately takes off his hat and places it over his head.
you got it.
Okay, weird guy's just getting weirder. All right. 14 for that perception check, by the way.
Okay. You're able to find a couple of them that aren't already being claimed by
Mhm.
the workers.
Yeah.
Yes, 30 isn't a whole lot of people in this massive amphitheater-like space, but they are actively chopping away and looking for. So are you trying to do this sneakily, or are you just
No,
trying to
no,
find it?
I'm
Okay.
just gonna walk by. I'm gonna see it. I'm just gonna grab it, like heft it in my hand, just put it in my pocket.
So you're able to find three pieces of glass. One of them is about the size of a fist, and the other two are like die sized. You are going to notice something very weird right off the bat. The little ones are heavier than the big one.
Interesting. Okay.
Almost like well, yeah, give me an intelligence check, just because.
Oh, my thing died.
Intelligence check.
Mhm.
15.
Okay. So it's being out in the world, even though you're fire-based, you've been out in the world and you've had to deal with like um some astrology, you know what I mean? Like having to use the sun and the stars and the moon to navigate where you're going, almost like a sailor but on foot.
Mhm.
Um, it's almost as if the little ones have a heavier pull than the big ones, like more gravity on the little ones.
Magnetized
Yeah.
almost like yeah.
They're like as you're picking it up, the fist one you would automatically assume anybody would that it would be heavier. But the fist one in this part would be about half a pound, and then the tiny, tiny, tiny ones are like 4 to 5 pounds. It's a very, very strange dynamic. The smaller it is, the heavier it is,
Mm.
and it's the same material.
Yep. All right. Anyways, yep, I'm gonna put those in my pouch pocket.
So
Um,
what would the rest of you like to do? Hicks walked off. And speaking of which, I will describe it a little bit more. So you guys entered and you were on a 5 foot catwalk. So between the wall that just closed, the wall that goes up what seems like an infinite amount of feet, between that wall that your back is on, 5 feet up, it goes straight down 50 feet. There is no slope, straight down.
mhm.
Off to your right, about 30 feet was a obviously a made walk to get down into the hole, and then there's a couple more scattered around. In order to find this glass, you would have actually had to walk into the hole.
Yeah,
It's not just like you can't just pick something off the wall behind you. So
right.
how would you have entered to go not only
Well,
get the glass but go inspect the crystal? How would you have entered in?
whatever was the closest path towards me, like,
Which would have been the one I just described. So off to
yeah.
your right, 30 feet, you just kind of walk down. So as the rest of you guys are watching Hicks just kind of wander away from the group. He goes off to the right of the group, 30 feet, starts taking a pathway down into the hole, and then curves off to the left immediately because you would see at your perception check, you would have seen just little specks of glass waiting in the wall to just be pried out.
Mhm.
Use your blade to pick them out and then do whatever you're doing with them there. But what are the rest of you doing as you observe him literally just casually walking into this massive hole that everyone's been picking on? Meanwhile, the other 30 workers, you see five of them on the back wall on the catwalk opposite your side with the scaffolding, trying to make the hole bigger. You see one off to the left doing the same thing, like building scaffolding and like spider climbing up the wall. One off to the right, and then the other 23 in the hole, trying to expand it bigger and just continue doing their job. Three of those 20 bringing the carts down and starting to fill the bags full of the shit that they were told to get. So, what would the rest of you like to do?
Check your DMs.
Because it literally just
Um,
appears that these guys are down here doing a job. They're not down here doing it doesn't appear to be anything devious. They're just down here doing a job.
Am I able to spot any bugs?
Make a perception check, sir.
While
spot.
he is doing that, Maria's just gonna kind of be listening, just listening to the different sounds throughout the cave and awkwardly kind of trying to find some sort of a rhythm through like as they're like because like she'll realize that the miners are slowly synchronizing and will try
Yes.
is like mentally trying to like create some kind of melody with it.
And to be fair, it actually what's weird is because the anus talk we were talking about Disney, it does become like a very strange like Seven Dwarves-esque where everyone synchronizes and very, very slowly every single worker hits the wall at the same time. Make an Arcana check for me.
Me?
Ethan, yes.
Yes.
I rolled an
Okay.
8 on that
If
What
perception.
that's
is?
if that's what you want to do,
I do, but what?
That
You
is what
give me the DC so it's fair.
I'm not telling you.
Okay.
So that's fair.
So that's
7.
fair.
Fail.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah. Um,
Go right ahead.
no, you describe it, not me.
Oh no.
I don't know what you're doing. Um,
Well, okay.
Fret, you don't find any bugs in the air, but you ironically do find a black and green, slightly glowing cockroach. You watch it dig itself out of the ground. Like there's no hole underneath as you're scoping around in the air, your eyes kind of pass the ground and it burrows its way out of the ground and then scurries past you really fast.
Target acquired.
And then
Target
and
acquired.
and then after about 5 feet burrows its way back under. Um,
Just give me 10
Maria,
whenever.
Maria, what exactly are you looking for?
Oh, I'm just listening,
You're
is what
listening.
she's
Okay.
doing.
So with that roll, you're able to do exactly what I described, and I'll give you more because that was actually a pretty good roll. So not only and it takes a few minutes. You guys are down here for quite a few minutes. You're watching Hicks walk off, Fret's looking for bugs. You guys are just trying to get a handle on the area of what you're supposed to be doing. The temperature is ever so slightly rising to the point where water-based, you're beginning to sweat and just like watching it make pools beneath your feet, and then it gets sucked into the ground underneath you. You are very slowly over time throughout the course of about 20 or 30 minutes. It goes from everybody working in separate, just like click, 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 bang, 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 to everybody from the ones hitting the walls to the ones digging the holes to the ones putting shit in the bags to the guy throwing it onto the cart. Everybody becomes in sequence. Everybody. Where every single action from the miners is done at the exact same time. And not only that, but the noise in the room begins to change. Because before you could literally make a dance to the music. It was ting 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 flop 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 boom 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 boom, like you could make music to it. Now it's just ting ting, flop, ting. It's just at the exact same time. So as you're trying to look for like a synchronized music wave, the longer you listen, the less you hear.
It,
And Ethan, go ahead.
Who's around Ethan?
Hicks walked away and the 30 workers walked away, so it would be everybody else but Fred because he's chasing a cockroach.
Okay, you guys see Ethan.
before he does anything crazy,
Okay.
because as she's listening, she's gonna like move towards like the middle of the room to get more of a even sound.
The very center of the room would be the crystal.
Then I'll obviously unknowingly, since I'm kind of like losing, since everything is synchronized,
Oh, I need
I'm
to get a
like
picture.
slowly moving
Would this
towards,
be would this be kind of like a trance since she's so into it?
yes.
Okay. So
That's what
very,
I would call it.
so very trance-like. Okay. Just kind of moving down to the center. Another thing that you will notice with that roll is the synchronization of all of the workers goes with the pulse of the crystal.
Aha.
Okay.
Is anybody else proficient in Arcana?
I am
Well,
I
yeah,
am.
you would be. Go ahead and make an Arcana check.
12.
Okay.
17.
All right. Hicks, because you're already down in the hole collecting glass, you would immediately notice this. Not only her trance-like state coming down the pathway that you ascended or descended to get into the hole, but you see her kind of almost like gliding. Not really gliding, her feet are still touching the ground, but almost like in a gliding motion heading toward the crystal in the middle of the room. You also begin to notice exactly what she noticed in that moment. You put the glass in your pockets or in your bag, and you turn around and you see her coming down like this weird, yeah, again, Disney-esque
It's
kind of
like Kira in
yeah,
Atlantis
exactly.
going towards the
Coming down this
crystal.
ramp, like just coming down this ramp, and at the exact same time that you're watching her approach it in her kind of like dead stare on this crystal, you see the of the crystal white, and you hear everybody move at the same time. And then it goes back in, and you see the pickaxes come back, and then orange and hits the wall, comes back, white hits the wall, comes back. And just you immediately see the same synchronization.
Mhm, mhm.
Ah, well, the synchronization ain't gonna happen here in a minute.
Go ahead. You have the
Okay.
floor now.
Anybody that's around Ethan, you watch Ethan, his hat to his face, drop the hat. He falls to his knees, screaming bloody murder as his body starts to morph and configure and rip apart. His clothes are becoming destroyed, everything, and he gets 10 times bigger and is a giant clay monster and lets out a wild bellow of scream.
I knew he was a goblin.
Yes.
The thing?
He's basically, yeah. Basically, yes. He would pretty much be like the thing, only different. He's
That's only
not.
slightly horrifying.
I mean, in this group, I don't think anyone's gonna care, but yeah. That's
Oh,
what
Only
He's very
slightly.
violent right now. He's swinging his arms around. He's going berserk.
I'm running away because I am all magic and I can't do anything.
Do I see him start to run away?
you
Yes.
wouldn't notice anything right now.
I wouldn't notice anything?
No, he wouldn't.
Oh.
He's in such a rage right now, just kind of swinging at nothing. The most you would be able to do at this moment, Ethan, is swing at the wall behind you because it's the only thing you can feel.
Mm.
Ugh. Excuse me. Goddamn. This beer is just doing it to me. Chark, welcome in.
What's up, Chork?
York,
just in
you're
time to witness
probably
Ethan
fearing
go.
for your life.
Okay,
Who,
what's
who
going on?
I was gonna say
Are we fighting?
who wants to no, not yet. Who wants to fill the little man in on what just happened? Who was paying attention enough to fill him in?
I know Ethan's clay monster going crazy right now. That's
He
it.
He failed his con. I didn't tell him to do it. He did it.
Did
Unlike,
he?
okay, I want to do a little disclaimer here. No, no, he's not a were monster, but he is a monster. And number
Mm.
two, unlike campaign one, I am not telling him to make these rolls. In
Mm.
campaign one, I was in complete control of when he made the rolls.
Same, I got
I gave it
similar.
to him.
Mm.
He chose to do this
I did.
because,
Is
well,
that a farmer?
because it was hot and he was sweating and
He
water
was
is his
stressing the
enemy.
fuck out.
Water is his enemy. So, yeah,
Because
this
the water is his
revelation
enemy and I'm nothing but water.
exactly. But we'll get into that later. But who wants to fill Mr. Chorkin, Mr. Littles in on what has happened so far? Was it
Okay,
So
so what had happened? So
just
basically, what had happened
waiting?
is we didn't get very far. We basically just kind of covered where we went over. So we were back, we had gone into the caldera, which was like the little hole thingy that only
Hole.
opens
Yep.
1 hour in Alaska kind of thing. And we followed the miners. We were all suffocated into this little cylinder thingy, and we weren't really sure how to get out. Next, because then I had to step away for a phone call. So don't look.
Oh,
Show. So as you guys were all kind of shoved into this 8 foot diameter cylindrical hole with these 30 other workers, which wouldn't have bothered you because you're so small. You can just kind of like compact yourself into a
yeah.
backpack and be perfectly fine. And Fred didn't give a shit either. Um, You could literally jump into somebody's mouth if you wanted to hide. So like when it
Or
comes to
on top of my
space,
head.
that part. When it comes to space, it doesn't really matter. Jump into somebody's backpack that's already there. Um, so they waited in the hole for a little bit. The leader Roy, who had led this entire caravan to this spot to begin with, and educated everyone on how to get down. He was staring at a certain part of the wall. That wall, kind of like a stick of dynamite, started a little fire line in an oval shape and opened up a door. Everybody went through because it was like the length of a football field. It was 100-yard tunnel. After everyone went through, that door completely closed. So the entrance exit closed. What was revealed was a 300 foot diameter room, oval shaped. The left side and the right side you're able to see sort of because there's workers on it. The ceiling you're not able to see at all. You are able to ascertain that you are still underground because the ceiling doesn't have stars. You can't see the sky. Um, from the wall where the entrance closed to it is a 5 foot catwalk and then a 50-foot drop into an oval shaped hole that was dug underground from these workers. There's 30 of them going around. You've got 5 of them on the back wall on the opposite side of the catwalk trying to expand the hole, one on the left, one on the right, and then all of the other ones are in the hole, collecting ore, steel, glass, soot, tar, whatever it is that they were employed to do. All of their carts somehow magically appeared down here on the catwalk. Obviously, they weren't able to bring them down the ladder, but as soon as they came through here, their carts were there. In the center of the room, on a 5 foot diameter stone-like bird bath, is a 3 foot tall orange and white crystal that is just every couple of seconds pulsing a different color from white to orange to white to orange. Um, that is what you walked into. Fret has gone on a mission to try and find a green and black glowing cockroach.
I'm gonna get this.
Um, Hicks went down one of the ramps that led into the hole. There's ladders that go down, there's ramps that go down. The ramps they were primarily using for the wagons, but you can walk down them as well. And then there's ladders if you feel like climbing. Hicks went down, collected some glass. Maria went down and started kind of like trance-like making her way toward the crystal, trying to figure out if there's any like arcana going on in the room. One of the things that they did get, and you didn't get his name, haha, so I don't have to reveal it, is one of the guys talked to Hicks about what the job was here. They were employed by a location called Iman, and they don't really understand why they're down here. This job has been going on for a number of years. This crystal was actually undug and wiped off and has already killed a couple of people. One of which touched it physically with their bare hands, got set on fire and sucked into the crystal. Um, and yeah, they're just down here to do the job.
All
So
right.
that's basically a synopsis of what you missed. Anyone that's actually here joining the live, we appreciate you. We love you,
Hi.
and I hope you stick around. Um, yeah. So right now, I've got my children in the bedroom looking after the raccoon because he's becoming a little shit. So I can't have him out here. And he's becoming a big shit. That dude doubled in size in the last 5 weeks. He is huge, but that's my fault because I'm making him fat so that he becomes lazy. That's my fault.
I can't break enough.
Like, here, watch, look at this. You see that?
Mhm.
You see how lazy that cat is right now? Cats are nocturnal. She should be awake and ripping at my curtains. You see this? You see, that's what I want my raccoon to be. Anyway, so Chork, being that you just joined, what would you like to do?
I'm probably just gonna be exploring the cave a little bit.
Okay.
Was he under me or close to me?
No.
No? Okay.
Oh, yes, thank you for sharing the live in there. I appreciate that.
I got you.
I forgot. Chork. Um,
Yes.
what are you again?
Cabald.
He's the
Right.
red cobalt.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
Pretty much the one that walked into Felix saying that he was looking for a new place to live and then very naively got sucked into this very
Yep.
strange group and brought into an underground cavern that he has no business being in.
Mm-hmm.
However, Chark, to your mission looking for a new place to live, this would look fantastic. Not even going to lie, this is so far a 300-foot diameter
It's free real
hole
estate.
dug underneath the ground, and it is warm. It is very warm. The temperature continues to climb, which kobolds love the warm.
Yeah.
You're not
They're
immune to it,
cold
but you
blooded.
love it.
Hmm.
The temperature continues to climb, so even you as a kobold are beginning to sweat and pant. But in terms of a new place to live, you are just like dazzled by this place. It is enormous. Like I could fit my whole village in here 10 times. It is huge.
Fugue.
It is huge. All right. So yes, and to the point, which has been and Ethan, I'm sorry to say, but all of the antics of campaign one have kind of made your antics like a sidebar.
Mm,
I'm not gonna lie. Everyone in this group, new characters or not, are pretty much used to your shit. So
mm.
I know as players they're having a hard time reacting.
Well,
They really
nobody's there to react.
No, nobody's there to react. Everyone already kind of scattered off to do their own thing. Um, but you guys do see this massive like clay golem, like the thing, only a lot bigger. Think of like Edward Norton's Hulk as the thing,
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay?
I got you.
Not the fucking stupid ass Mark Ruffalo Hulk. I'm sorry, I don't like that one.
yeah, it
They
sucks.
need to put Edward Norton's Hulk in MCU, and that would be so much better. I'm sorry to
Agreed.
like fight me. I don't care.
Can I
Uh,
can I just make one
Time.
one awkward small comment? So this past weekend was the No Kings protest, right? The whole fact that they were like, "Oh, we have an army," and then Mark Ruffalo showed up for the protest, so everyone could be like, "Heh, we have a Hulk."
there you go. You know
Yeah,
what?
America
That's
showed up.
cool.
Captain America and the Hulk showed up. It's like, heh heh.
There you go. All
Okay, politics
right.
are done. Sorry.
There you go. Appreciate it. But yes. So you've got a lot of stuff going on here.
hmm
There's a bunch of humans around, and then there's your group going on. You're dazzled by this place that like you could move your entire village down here 10 times and be perfectly fine. And then you've got this giant clay golem just freaking out and breaking the wall behind him. Um, what is everybody doing?
I'm going to the other side of this room, as far
Um,
away from that golem as possible.
okay, Ethan, to keep your character in gameplay.
hmm
I will say that your fit lasts 60 seconds, a minute, which is actually the time of most spells, before you come out of it and revert back to your human size.
Well, I wanted to rampage down. I just wanted to he just start running.
But here's the thing. You're completely out of control.
That's the point. Yeah,
So as you're
a
rampaging
ruthless
down
rampage run.
with
We
as
don't
big
care.
as you are, you don't get a run. You get a step, and then you fall into this massive hole 50 feet down, and you hit the ground and you do the dying cockroach on the ground and then
Mm.
revert back to your human
I
size.
feel like he just splats and then
Yeah, that's what I mean.
reforms.
As you take that one step like the and then down face plant 50 feet on the ground,
Splats
kind
everywhere.
kind of splat into this clay-like substance, Then you T1000 it back into your human
Yeah.
Yeah.
form.
There we go. Got you. Yeah.
You're not going to be naked in this one. You T1000 it back with clothes,
Oh, well,
goddammit.
yeah, he can do that.
Was it the T1000 or was that
Yes.
was the upgraded version, wasn't he?
No, that was the T1000. That would always be in the cop uniform, regardless of what he
No, I
did,
thought
whether he broke
Arnold
or whatever.
Schwarzenegger was the T1000. I thought he was the T.
No, no,
T800.
no. Yeah, the T1000 was the other dude, was the more dangerous one, the liquefied one.
Hmm,
Excuse me, sir.
sorry, just curious.
Hey, you're as old as me. You're not allowed to get Terminator 2 wrong.
Hmm,
All right, it was the
yeah.
best one.
Okay, gotta look this up.
If we're playing the old card.
We're playing the old, yes. Well, no, he's as old as me by like
And
two
then I'm
years, I think.
next.
By like 2 years, I think.
I'm a young, spry 19-year-old.
Fair enough.
No, I'm not 19. What the fuck?
In the
I
You
mean,
believe
meantime,
that?
look. Hey, I could say I'm on the 17th anniversary of my 21st year.
Yeah, he was the T1000. You're right.
See, told you.
Hmm.
Take
I'm
that.
on I'm on the sixth anniversary of my 21st year.
There you go. Anyway,
21st year.
yeah,
in the
I,
meantime,
I've been 21 for 17 years.
that bug.
That bug, make another perception check because after about 5 feet, it burrowed under the ground. So, Ethan, you are now in the hole.
Yeah.
As you come back up in your human form, um, unknowing what the hell just, well, I mean, you kind of know, but at the same time, you don't know.
Yeah,
You are aware that you went into a rage, you just don't know what you did in the rage.
correct.
So as you stand up, at the exact same time that you stand up, Hicks, you're about 5 feet behind him, watching Maria now approach this crystal. Crystal or Maria, you would now be probably within arm's length of this crystal, and then immediately pop out of the trance.
Would you say that she popped out because a giant clay golem just slammed on the ground behind her?
Not really even behind her. Here's the funny part is as he landed right in between you and her, and as he
Oh, so
scattered,
yeah, it's probably all over you guys.
it went like it kind of like the ocean waves. It just went up onto your feet
Oh.
as this
I
dry
imagined
clay
it to be more
sand
like the
substance.
Lego dying sound.
Yeah,
Just
that
that
part. Yeah, and then reformed. What did you roll for your perception, sir?
16.
Okay. So, yeah. Yeah, you get him.
Hey, you get
Yeah, you get him. So, Hicks, you watch and the only reason I'm saying this is because of where he ends up. You watch your little dude, your future meal,
Little guy.
run for the same ramp that you and Maria just went down and continue running down as he watches this, like, as he basically watches the ground like tremors.
Mhm.
Just this itty bitty spot start to push the dirt up. And he just jump. And then right at your feet down in the hole, this like glow in the dark green cockroach jumps out. And right as you notice it, he
Mhm.
eats it
Ah,
down.
Fred, you don't know where that's been.
Don't care. It's in my belly.
It's in my belly now. All right.
Drop it, drop it.
But yes, Maria, you have popped out of your trance. You're about an arm's reach away from the crystal. And then Ethan, you are
Ethan is on one knee, just kind of trying to
in
get a hold of
in
himself.
in between Maria, which your arm's length from Maria, Maria's arm's length from the crystal. You are in between Maria and Hicks, arm's length from each one, and now Fret is right at your feet, Hicks. Cassius, you said you stepped away. Where did you go?
Bro is
Cassius.
definitely he's clean.
Hmm?
Cassius.
What?
Are you
You,
clean?
Am I cleep?
he was
Yeah.
sleeping. You were sleeping.
No, I'm not asleep.
You said you had stepped away. Where did you go?
Oh no, I just went to the other side of this room, away from the
Oh,
fucking.
like
Yeah,
where
he was over by the wall, and then
did
I
you
just
go
walked away
across to
from
where
him.
the
It was over by the
scaffolding is?
bench.
Did you go all the way to
He
the
Yeah.
was
other
over
I
on the
side?
just, I
bench.
just, I'm trying to get as far away from this thing as possible.
Okay. So, as you're standing over on the other side, the scaffolding that they have built to get onto this wall and continue expanding this room is actually quite impressive. It's made out of steel planks and wood planks, which is strange because the steel planks is what they are collecting and grinding down and putting into bags. But some of them they are smoothing out and using for the scaffolding to continue putting the wood planks up. It's actually, by the time you get over there, you notice that these five workers, even though, make a perception check for me.
Can I make the argument that I wouldn't even know these things because I'm staring at the big monster and trying to get away from it?
Fair enough.
There we go.
So we'll say because you're so focused on the fact that you're trying to get away from the monster, by the time you get over there, you bump off of the scaffolding.
Yeah,
Doesn't hurt you, but you do bump off of it.
yeah. I'm like, oh shit, like walking into a telephone
Yeah.
pole, walking on the sidewalk.
And by the time you bump and look, he's dropped into the hole and reverted back. Like we're right there.
Yeah,
So
fuck that. Fuck that guy.
at the same time that you bump into the bar and kind of like shake it off and look, he's fallen in and reverted back. Maria's there, he's there, Hicks is there, Fret's there. So the whole group is there.
Then he
Other
didn't see him revert back at all, right?
Yeah, no, he would have looked over right as you hit the ground and reverted back.
Gotcha.
It all happened at the exact same time. So right as he fucking, because he was just running and looking, oh my God, a monster, boom, shakes it off and looks over and sees you drop and revert back. Pretty much the entire team saw you revert back, just none of the
Good.
workers did.
The workers
Uh,
just not care.
The workers are just working.
They are there
And
to work and leave.
They are
at
working and twerking.
and
Leave me
at
alone.
at this point in time, Maria, as you pop out and you realize that you were kind of entranced by this whole thing you were trying to do, everybody at the same time, maybe other than Chork, because I really don't know what you would realize at this point other than this is a big hole and I could use it for my home. Um, Everybody at the same time, including Cassius, because you're magic based, everybody at the same time at this exact moment would begin to realize that
Oh my
that
God, please just tell us.
every one of the well no that everyone in the workers is in perfect sync with each other. Every
Right.
time that crystal pulses,
Mhm.
you're in perfect sync. Everybody would begin to realize that.
I am starting to develop a game theory.
And not just a theory, a game theory.
So
Um,
Hicks is gonna look over at Ethan as he gets up and
He's huffing and puffing, like
like
anxiety.
I'm gonna look up and look down, just look be like, how aren't you dead? You just fell like 50 feet.
Fret,
Don't look at me.
Fret as a sidebar, I need a con save.
Okay.
Oh, you realize what you've done now.
Oh God.
Dork. He's
Which
huffing and
one?
puffing. He's trying to blow your house down. Get him.
Get him.
Get him.
Nope, that's skill.
I will say his face doesn't look the same as it did.
Does he look like he had a stroke?
I'm about to show you what he looks like.
His face looks broken, like there's cracks in it.
Oh no, it looks like this.
Looks like this. What'd you roll for the con?
I rolled a nat 1 for 4.
Okay, well, I mean, you wrote it, so read it and do it.
Uh,
Read
Which
it and weep.
The
Cockroach.
green cockroach.
the cockroach.
La cacaroche.
The cucaracha.
La
Gotcha.
cucaracha, la cucaracha.
Ah, da, 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 da. Okay.
Enchilada, blah,
All
blah,
right.
blah.
So,
Oh,
just for the hell of it, Cassius, what is your game theory? Unless you were being sarcastic.
That was like above table game theory,
Okay.
but
Well, yeah.
if you want me to say it above table,
Fuck it. Do it.
I'm thinking. So they said he said we don't really allow kids down here, yada yada yada. I'm thinking two ways that kids could probably come down here, right? The kids sneak in, and then they aren't noticed because they're able to hide or whatever. Um, or these people have been down here so much that they are being influenced by the crystal and whatever is controlling the crystal to ignore them whenever the kids come down there. And then
Or
something happens because he just turned into a huge monster and hit the wall, and none of the workers stopped working. So something could happen where the kids are taken once they come in here and the workers would never know. Second one, the carts come down here randomly. So there has to be another way into this pit. And whatever the crystal is, or whatever force is making this crystal do this and making these people work into sync, is using the same technique to get those kids down here that it's using to get the carts down here. And something is going on.
I have a third theory, and that is that we mistook the word miners for the other definition of miners, and we all were all
Here we
tricked
go
into
again.
coming here.
you're saying that the miners are miners?
Yep.
And not actually minors because they're minors.
Mhm.
Yeah. Cassius, give me a perception check with advantage.
Perception check with
Miners,
advantage.
mining.
Yes.
in the meantime,
In
The
the
minor miners are mining.
in the
Ethan is
yeah.
doing his best to hide his face from Hicks.
15.
Um, as soon as all of this becomes in sync, and you guys notice it at the exact same time, the one thing that you are going to point out from your vantage point, because you're up on the catwalk while everyone else is in the hole, Chork, you're also up on the catwalk. But one thing that you're going to see from being at the vantage point that you are up on the catwalk with the scaffolding is that one of the carts was completely loaded up, and one of the guys, literally like a backpack, he puts straps over his shoulder and starts pulling this cart that should not be able to be pulled by a normal person.
Mhm.
Pulls it all the way off to the left side, like beyond where that guy on the left was continuing to dig the hole.
Mhm.
Pulls it, pulls it, pulls it, pulls it, and another weird dynamite line opens and he goes straight through the hole with the wagon.
Mhm.
And then I'm assuming once the wagon gets down through the hole, it just closes up behind.
It closes up behind him.
Is there any other wagons in this?
Yeah, there's four more that are being filled with various items. And within about 60 seconds, the guy returns with the same wagon completely empty
I want to see where that goes.
and just goes straight
with
back to
that?
work.
Um,
Cassius would be the only one that noticed this.
mhm. I'm going to react to Ethan being like, "Oh, don't look at me! Don't look at me!" Like, dude, you weren't winning any pageants before, all right? It's fine.
Like, listen, man.
Get over yourself.
Listen, man. You weren't doing so well for yourself before. Just chill. Just chill out.
I'm not trying to date you. All right, you're good.
That makes it worse. He just falls. He falls to the ground, covering his face.
That is funny though. That is funny though.
Um, so then I'd
Like,
like
listen, man, you're not doing yourself any favors here.
so
I'm
then
a monster.
yeah, okay. I mean, I
A
don't
little
think
bit
so.
a little freaky deaky.
But so I want to approach the gem.
The crystal,
Mhm.
sure.
Uh, Do, I'm looking at the pedestal that it's on. Is there any writings or anything on it?
Oddly, no.
Okay.
I mean, if there are any carvings on it, it kind of I mean, it looks like a third grader just came down and got bored and started drawing on it. There's really nothing to indicate any kind of like language or it's just random little
Um,
things.
and
But
then
it is literally shaped like a bird bath. It's a 5 foot circle that has a descent to it, and
yeah.
then the crystal sits in the middle of it.
Hey,
So
hey
I
Hicks.
have kind of like a symbiotic relationship with fire. So do
Yeah.
I sense anything from this crystal? Because they said like fire reached out and grabbed the guy.
Yeah, like quite literally, the guy put his hands on the crystal, and as they described it, he set on fire and got sucked into the
Uh-huh.
crystal.
It
So
was
then,
white. It was white flames that
Yeah,
turned to blue, and then he was sucked into the crystal.
yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I mean, like as you actually approach it, and you can, because you have a relationship with fire, you can, this thing, every single surface, regardless, should be on fire. With the amount of heat radiating off of this thing. No, nothing should be able to be around it.
yeah.
It is more
Wait,
power than
now it's radiating heat?
no, just because he's next to it.
Oh, just because he's
He
next to
said
it.
his relationship with fire, what can he sense off of it?
Yeah.
What you can sense off of it is the amount of power that this thing holds. There shouldn't be a single object, living or otherwise, that anywhere in its proximity. And every time it pulses, it's more.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you weren't immune to fire, you'd be dead. Everybody should be dead. Even Maria should be dead because she's right there.
Yeah.
Everyone in this hole should be dead.
Cassius is gonna go to the edge of the hole and go, "Hey Hicks,
Yeah. Yeah.
I think I know where the carriages are going.
Okay. Cool. Cool.
Do we want to try to see where it leads?"
Well, I'm gonna try and see what this crystal's all about. I'm pretty sure this is what I was sent here for.
You gonna try to
Uh,
grab it?
I'm debating it.
Ethan finally stands up and his face is normal.
Oh, good. Oh, good.
Maria, you are pretty much
His face is
melting being
normal.
this close.
Back
You are
to
basically
your
melting being this
ugly self.
close.
Okay, cool.
Like
So she's probably gonna obviously gonna realize it and then start to like stumble backwards.
being dehydrated within seconds. Um, Hicks,
He's gonna
As you approach, and you start getting your sense of it. And Maria, as you kind of like snap into it and take a step back, and Ethan stops you from falling.
his arms like extend out like Mr. Fantastic as well.
The synchronization of all of the workers stops. Everything all of a sudden, kind of like a veil has been lifted, just goes back to everyone hitting at a different time. The music in the room starts to change, and the pulsing of the crystal stops.
I grab it.
Feels like glass. You hear a voice in the background. Time to go, guys. Let's go. Wrap it up.
That was quick.
Can I put it in my pocket?
No, it doesn't lift.
Oh,
It just
well, because
feels like glass.
I said I grabbed it. I just
Yeah,
didn't
no.
know.
You put your hands on it, but you can't lift it.
It
So
don't go nowhere.
it doesn't
Are we
move or anything.
stealing a light bulb?
Doesn't shift, doesn't move, doesn't bob, doesn't weave, nothing. It is there. But
Meanwhile,
you hear the familiar voice of Roy echoing throughout the chamber for everyone to pack it up, ready to go. Let's go.
Hmm.
Fred is just in the
What about the
corner.
pedestal? Can I take the
Now,
pedestal? Can I pick that up?
Nope. I mean, you try. I'm not gonna, say you
Yeah.
don't try. You get down and you like bear hug it and try. It doesn't move.
I'm just gonna scratch my head like, all right, well, we can't grab any of this shit. All right, I guess let's go, guys. At least I didn't burst into flames.
That part. I mean, like you literally put your hands on it and no reaction at all.
Yeah.
Fine, be that way. Go to the bathroom. Pfft.
Mm, mm,
Maria's
okay.
probably just gonna like I
You
think the
would,
first thing she's gonna do is like she's gonna like there's gonna be like a little bit of ringing because all
yeah,
of a sudden everything just stopped. So she's gonna like
yes. As a water-based, you would feel more dehydrated than you ever have, ever.
Soon as the
Uh,
water starts flying, shoot.
so then, yeah, I guess we'll start. Looks like we're not gonna check that
I
tunnel out
I
there,
think we
Cassius.
forgot about someone who ate a certain bug and we need to know what's going on with Frog Boy over here.
Yeah, Frog Boy is like he's tweaking out. He is
Um,
like
So
shivering.
let's explain what's going on
I
with
was gonna
the
say, please describe what is going on with Fret right now.
Okay, so the bug that he ate was a crack roach.
Oh no!
These twitchy little insects infect down buildings and dark, damp areas, often seen skittering around quite fast. They're quite unpredictable and sometimes even violent. While their bite is harmless to most species, ones that are not accustomed to it can suffer adverse reactions to the saliva. Side effects range from mood swings, chills, increased sensitivity to sounds and light, to mental delusions if exposed long enough. So he is like holding
sounds
his
like your
head
average
as the
D&D player.
flashing of the crystal.
That's like your average D&D character.
Yeah, like just the flashing of the crystal, the clink of the tools. He is like
Sounds like the average D&D drug that Cameron gives us.
just holding his head and rocking.
Hey, I've given you some good ones before.
Told you not to eat that. All right, let's go. I'm just gonna pick him up.
All right.
Where'd he come?
Um, Cassius, you will also notice that as everyone is gathering up their items and getting to everyone's starting to gather around on the catwalk where you guys had entered prior. And off to the right of that entrance, all of the other carts are being pushed through, but not by any of the workers.
They're just kind of going by
They're
themselves.
just kind of going.
Um,
But the only one in the room that would
Shit.
notice was you. They just shove right through the wall and
Who
they
am
don't
I
come back.
dragging with me?
I mean,
Me,
this has got to be like a quick.
Chork isn't here, right?
do it me.
Chork isn't in the room right now, but I mean you can drag him against his will because he's not here.
Against my better judgment, Ethan can turn into a big fuck you monster. So as I see the carts pulling away, I'm just gonna grab the back of his jacket, like the
Ugh.
neck part of his jacket, and just start dragging him towards the carts, being like, "We're gonna follow those."
Okay, Ethan, do you resist at all?
Mm, he looks to see who it is, and he doesn't exactly resist.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say much. I'm just gonna kind of be like carts and then point at the wall. I don't know if the
And
hole is
then,
open in the
yeah,
wall yet, but yeah, he's gonna see the carts heading towards the wall, and I'm just motioning like,
as
and
Okay.
long as he knows who's pulling him, he doesn't care.
Okay.
I wanna try to hop inside the carts and like maybe hide in it.
Give me athletics.
Both of us?
Either both or one with advantage.
One with advantage, please. I have -1.
Yeah, let me do it. 18 plus 5? Wait, no. I'm blind. 3. So 19, 21.
21. Okay.
Even with those glasses on, you're blind.
Yeah,
Yes.
I need to get new glasses. Glasses.
Glasses. They're bad glasses. They're glasses.
They are bad glasses. I need new ones.
They're glasses. Anyway, but yes, you guys are able to you're able to actually like grab a hold of the back of him and pull him up the ramp and get onto one of the carts. as it goes through the wall. The rest of you are gathered up with the workers as the entrance once again, like a wick, opens up and Roy, let's go, get through. And you guys start funneling through the entrance once again to end up back into this cylindrical hole where you're all kind of mashed together with a ladder going down the wall leading nowhere as the hole above you, after a few minutes of being very uncomfortable, opens up and everyone starts ascending up the ladder. Chork, would you have left this area with the group or would you have stayed?
I'm gonna leave the area with the group because
Okay,
I figure I don't want to deal with a bunch of miners trying to extract ore from my home and a magic crystal that seems to mind control everyone.
fair enough. All right. So as the rest of you ascend back up to the top of the ladder, you all make your way away from the hole. The wagons are all up there. The ironic part is you guys ascend to the top of the hole. Everyone gets over, and the wagon train is all connected, facing the city and ready to go. And you guys see Cassius and Ethan already there, sitting in one of the wagons.
Mhm.
Now,
So
I
you,
seem to recall that y'all were behind us. How in the heavens did y'all end up here?
As in real time, the hole not only closes behind you, but grows into that 10-foot mound.
Cassius, how'd that theory work out?
What happened?
We didn't find any kids.
Uh-huh, uh-huh,
I don't know what happened,
uh-huh.
and here we are.
No, cool, cool, cool.
Listen, he's gonna grab Cassius. Listen, kid, you can't tell anybody what you saw.
Did anybody else just lose like
What are
a
you
lot
gonna
of
give me
random
for it,
time?
Mr. Law Enforcement man?
Trying
His arm wraps around your neck like a noose
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
to. Okay,
and
that's fair.
starts
That's
pulling,
fair.
Starts pulling. Okay, okay, I see where you're
and
coming
then
from.
lets go.
I see where you're coming from.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
start. I'm gonna start pulling out my wand.
I'm smelling what you're stepping in.
All right. Counter offer.
I get one
Fireball.
free pass. I get one free pass to do anything illegal.
Fine.
Wow, you are an
I'm gonna
awful,
hold out. I'm gonna
awful
hold out my
police
hand.
That is an
officer.
awful negotiator right there.
I'm gonna hold out my hand to shake. Thank you, sir. Pleasure
Oh
doing business.
my God. Wait a minute. I don't say anything and I get to do one thing illegal with a pass? Fantastic. And there was no stipulation on what that
Yeah,
illegal
I
thing
know.
was. Just one thing illegal. They could be anything. That is crazy.
Um, yeah, all right.
So another thing that you guys are going to realize as you come up here, it is now broad daylight.
Mm, mm,
It didn't feel like you were down there that long.
mm.
You went down there under the cover of night. It had just become night before you got there. And as you guys ascend to the top and all the carriages and carts are ready to go, headed back toward Bluefenton, it is daylight.
Mhm. Um,
Brett is curled into a ball and covering his eyes because it is bright.
It is
mm,
bright for Fret. Very bright.
And I assume because I'm dehydrated, my eyes are sensitive, and I'm gonna be like, eh.
Yes.
mhm. Yep. Okay. Cool. All right. Let's go, you two. So ferry them along.
Roy kind of, or not, well, Roy kind of pipes up and like, good job, men. We'll see you back here again tomorrow night. Everyone go home, get their rest. I'll probably see a couple of you at Felix. I know I'm gonna go get drunk tonight. And the guy that was actually talking to you guys trying to explain the operation, he kind
Uh,
of hangs back a little bit while the carriages start going and falls back to your group and gets next to you, Hicks.
mm,
You know, I don't. I really still to this day don't know what happens down there. I don't. How long were we even down there? Wasn't it night when? Never mind. It doesn't matter. Dude, does the carts look full? I guess we did our job. I'm counting and including me. There's only 27 guys.
Mhm.
We went down there with 30.
Hmm. So that means three got left behind.
I don't know. I don't remember anything. Do you remember anything? I don't remember anything.
I remember it all.
So you have a gap in your memory as well.
That seems like a pretty long one, yeah. But this is every night. Again, the pay is really good, so I've just kind of been like brushing things off. But since I met you guys and you're new and different, I figured maybe something new and different would happen. But I don't remember anything.
Now,
And now three of our guys are missing, and like Roy doesn't seem to know what's going on,
So
and
you
yeah,
didn't remember the huge explosion that had down there?
uh, there was an explosion down there. Maybe that's what. I mean, did a few of our guys die?
No.
No. He's giving you dead fucking eyed look.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
now
no, everybody's safe.
I
There's
don't quite know if I heard you earlier, but how long did you say that you've been doing this?
About 6 months or so. I'm one of the newest members on the crew.
Now, how did you hear about this opportunity? If you don't mind my asking.
Well, I've always been kind of a like a traveling miner. I go where the money is, and everyone knows that the money's here in Gloofington. As dangerous as the city might be, and as crazy as it is, it's where all the money is. And then
Tell me about it.
I hear about this like fantasy island kind of thing called Splunk, where it's an underground cavern, and then all this money that the place called Amon is paying, and I just kind of attached myself to the crew. Um,
Now, do you know who your employer is, sir?
nah, no, I work for Roy, and like I told you before, I think the contract is still from Amon, but I don't know. No one really knows. We just continue to go to work and continue to gather the stuff and continue to give it to Gloofington, to the contact that we're supposed to go to, and we get our pay and we go. I mean, I spend most of mine at the bar, but
And you do.
why hold on, why are three of our guys missing? Do you guys remember what happened down there? I don't.
Now that's what I'm trying to understand because I don't have much of a memory either.
I mean, I didn't see anybody go missing. I would also wasn't really paying that much attention, to be fair, to the workers. But I do have a question for you, sir. First off, what's your name?
I think
My name is Tony,
Mhm.
and yours, weird fireman?
Okay, that's a weird assumption. I just have red hair. Lots of people have red hair. That's fine. Hicks is the name. But Tony, how old are you?
Carry the. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Do you remember where you grew up?
I don't know.
He just kind of gets like this deep sideways stare.
Would you say you were an adventurous kid?
I think so.
Maybe you went and explored a cave at one point?
God, it's not even fucking gone yet.
Maybe you got stuck down there and there's some weird time loop and that's why you're older now?
No, no, no way, man. I've only been doing this job 6 months. There's no way
Hmm.
that I'm. No way.
Do you remember anything before the 6 months?
Yeah,
What your
what
life
did you
was
do
before?
prior to this, sir?
You guys are weird. I'm gonna go drink. Have a good night.
All
You
right.
guys just wanders back up to the caravans.
Insight
So you
check.
see, guys, the
Maria
miners
Maria's
are
gonna
the
look at Hicks.
miners.
Maria's gonna look at Hicks and be like,
Insight check?
something's not right here.
Because Ethan
Brett,
would be all over that.
You can if you want.
Brett is flailing.
Natural
trying to get him to
20.
come back. Just
I
come
want
back.
a hug.
Come back. I need to know the lore.
Okay. Okay, you need to quiet down, you.
Yeah, Maria's just gonna take her hand and just kind of cover his face. Is like, just shh.
Oh God, octopus attack.
Is that a callback?
I freaking out.
Night night time. Night.
It's dark.
Just shh.
He's gonna just start croaking.
Yeah, we just throw a blanket over his head so he thinks it's nighttime and he goes to sleep, just like a bird.
just starts doing like the
Oh.
chirp 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 chirp.
Hey guys.
Yeah.
You guys caught that, right?
That I think that the miners are the kids that are going missing. And
Yeah,
that down there is
you're
a
The
weird
absolutely-
time
fact
loop
that
that's
that
aging.
gentleman
think
has
you're-
absolutely no memory of how long
Yeah.
he's actually been here.
Yeah, did you see how his demeanor completely changed when we started asking these questions?
Mhm.
He has absolutely no recollection
Mhm.
prior to being in this location.
I feel like we need to go down there tomorrow and go through that hole they were going through.
I want to talk to Roy.
Didn't Cassius go through that hole?
No, that was the different hole, I believe, right?
That's what
It
she
was
said.
the one. It was the one that the it was the
Wrong.
one that the carts were going down. I assumed that they were taking the carts somewhere else.
Well, when they brought the carts back, they were empty, remember?
Yeah.
So they had to be dropping them off in a different portal of some kind.
Well, how about this? We come back, but we hide in the carts, and then see how they get the carts.
I don't think we even need to hide in the carts. I think they'll just let us go.
Okay.
Because they obviously, like, if they are children, they aren't in the authority, you know what I mean? The Roy guy is the only one that seems like he knows what's going on. So
it
I do
sounds
agree.
like.
I agree with Mariah here. We should definitely,
It's Maria.
Maria, I'm sorry.
None taken.
So we
Not
are
nice.
in a collective agreement
Hey,
that
I
we
won't get
think
it wrong
that
again.
the miners are the miners that are going
Yeah,
missing,
that's what it
Um,
seems.
and that there's some weird time loop, and that they're aging, getting older down there.
We definitely
and
need
then when they're
the...
old enough,
Hmm.
probably they get shipped off, or the crystal absorbs them, or something like that. No, there was that one bald guy with the really long hair. I don't know if I see him, but
And the point that he made, that 30 of them went down, but 3 are suddenly missing. That's a bit suspicious, don't you think?
And it would all add up with the missing children.
was one of the missing children named Tony?
No, but I didn't see any Tabaxi people down there, so that doesn't add up for my gig. But it doesn't mean that they could have gotten old enough already and shipped off, you know?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What if the crystal is taking the tabaxi and making them humans?
It could. We don't know about these powers. As we could all tell, they were all gnomes. They, you know, not gnomes.
But
you get the
what
point.
reason would they have to do that?
The Rock
Oh.
had. I mean, the Rock doesn't really
Not
need to
good
have a
enough.
reason, does it?
It's a rock.
Exactly.
I would like to point out also that me and Maria cracked this case for you there, Ethan. So if you wanted to pay us for our troubles, I wouldn't say no.
I'm not
Kinda
paying you anything.
Did your job for you. You're the detective here. Just saying. Seems like an easy job. I guess anybody can do it.
Maria's gonna elbow Hicks. Not wrong there, partner.
You all can, well, it will be put in, it will be put in the description. I
Okay, well,
had
you
help.
guys
I'm
have
sure
fun.
it will be.
Have fun with that. I'm gonna go talk to our barmaid about what the fuck that was all about.
But wasn't Guy hunting for like kids?
Hmm?
Wasn't this dude right here? I forgot Ethan's character's name.
Just fucking said
Ethan?
it.
Oh, Ethan. Oh, my bad.
Fucking said
My bad.
it.
Forgot Ethan's
Um,
character's name.
Ethan,
Yeah,
aren't you looking for kids?
yeah, I'm looking for two missing Tabaxi children.
Oh, okay.
Do
Never mind.
Tabaxi
Yeah,
age
not humans.
faster than humans?
I worked it out myself in my head. Yes,
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
needed to say it out loud.
I mean, there is another thing about, I have another lead on that if you guys were interested.
I mean, I'm not. Um,
I personally would like to get as far away from this area as
yeah,
possible.
yeah.
That would be great.
I have school.
Oh, by the way, guys, I'm a minor.
Yeah, my bedtime is 10:30. I need to be getting home right about now.
Yeah, they're gonna expel me from my wizard
Oh,
school.
does the child have curfew?
um, yeah, so
I'm a big boy.
definitely need to go talk to what's her face?
Ethan's gonna start walking away.
Felix? What was her name?
Felix is the bar.
That's the bar. What was the girl's name? Dragonborn there. I think I have it here somewhere. One second.
I
Tia.
think I do
Gotta
too.
go talk to Tia about
Yeah.
this stupid endeavor that she just put me on. And Ethan, it looks like you need to go talk to Roy because
He
he's the
already
one
walked
that's
away. I'll
okay,
piss him off.
okay. Cool. Yeah, I'm gonna head to Felix.
Okay.
We're going to see the pretty dragonborn.
Yeah, the malnourished, like partially toothless
Yeah.
dragonborn. I mean, as you come back into Gloofington, unaware of what time it really is, it's daylight. But as you approach Felix, it's closed.
Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, Cassius, you do get the sense from all the noise happening behind Felix, of like laughter and a lot of footsteps that it is time to go to school.
Yeah, I gotta fucking go to school, man.
Okay,
So
good luck.
like dirty, exhausted.
I'm prestidigitating myself as I'm running to the school steps. Just
All right. Well, I feel like I haven't slept in like a day, I guess. I should probably get some rest.
I mean, to be fair, you're all pretty tired.
I'm gonna go find some water.
I know
Um,
where there's a pond.
Preferably one that doesn't have a crocodile trap. And then she's gonna pull one out of her back pocket.
Yeah.
Yeah, like one of these. I don't want to run into one of these again.
A
Don't worry, I'll
crocodile.
keep you safe. And he's gonna puff up.
My hero.
To puff up to be a bigger frog.
I'm gonna
As you
go.
puff up, your wings get smaller.
And then I just face palm. My hero.
Small but
Uh,
mighty.
Hicks is gonna go to the where the my merchantmen stored our cart. I'm just gonna go and like take a nap at the at where my cart is.
Okay.
Is my cart still there?
Well, your cart would have been with the caravan.
Which
'Cause
means I would have drove the cart.
yeah,
Okay, so
unless you were leaving it at the site, you would have driven
no. Yeah. So Ethan's off driving his cart. He's going to Taco Bell.
it.
God damn it.
He's gonna what?
He's going to Taco Bell.
you know,
My
stuff and things.
neighbors.
Sponsorship. Hint,
I,
hint,
I,
nudge,
I
nudge,
love
nudge.
picturing this. I love us all going our separate ways, and Chork is just standing there, just like
That's quite literally what happens.
Yeah.
he's
Cassius
like,
goes off to
I don't
school.
have a home to go
Ethan
to.
with his caravan
He
goes
and the
off
toad
into a
go
different
find water.
sector. Yeah, Maria and Fret go find water, and then Hicks goes back to where all the caravans are stored to take a nap. And Chork, you are literally left there by yourself. You all enter back into Gloofenton at relatively the same time. The miners all scatter as only a couple of them bring the carts where they need to go, and then the group just like disbands and goes in different directions. What are you even doing?
I mean, I guess I'm small enough to pass off as a child. I could probably go to school.
Just follows Cassius.
So, I mean, but as you follow the group, you're noticing
I
more and
could
more.
pass him off as my familiar.
You're noticing more and more that that is actually fairly true, but you're noticing more and more that you're the only kobold in the whole area, for now. And it's not the kind of school that you think it is. It's like it's a big campus, a massive campus with multiple buildings.
It's Hogwarts.
Um,
I said it's a wish, Hogwarts.
yeah, it's Hogwarts from Wish. It's each building is about 3 stories tall, and
Oh,
it
not enough
basically
right.
like college dorms, but there's 4 of them scattered, and they're in like an oval shape, but there's about 100 feet in between each building, and then in the middle of it is a giant water fountain.
All
Literally
these all these other
a
students.
a
Go
giant
ahead.
no, it's not a student pissing on the other
No, no,
students.
no, 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 no. That's not what I was about to say. I just something funny popped in my head.
It is a giant water fountain that is circular like a bird bath and has a weird glass-like structure built into the middle of it. But you see these students like this barrage, this parade
My
of
foot.
students, and then they all kind of scatter into different buildings. Cassius, you need to go off to the far left. It is literally building 1. That is where you go. So, from what you know of how this campus works, is each year you go to a different building. So you're on year 1, you'd go to the far left. By year 4, you'd go to the far right. Um, you want to try to pass him off as your familiar?
I know he's behind me? Like, do I know he followed me here?
He would probably make it pretty known.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say,
Happy
like all
Tabbies.
these students, these younger students, because they started earlier than I did, they have these little familiars like little frogs or a little bird or something. And I have a full-grown kobold who
You have
sounds
a
like he's
whole
been
fucking
smoking
kobold.
cigarettes for 30 years. He's just like, "What's up, kids?"
I'm 5.
Why does that remind me of the old hormone monster of
Like he's got the hole in his throat.
Yeah.
5 years old, and it just
I touch I touch my wand to his neck so he can talk. He's just like it's a stoma. Like, yeah. Hi, kids.
don't smoke, kids. But yes, if you guys want to, uh,
If he insists on following me into the classroom, I am going to try to pass him off as my familiar. Either that or I have a big enough backpack that I can just like open it and he hop in it like a baby kangaroo.
I mean, both of you make a deception check, one with
Huh?
advantage, or you both make one.
What's my deception? So I've got a +4.
I have a +1.
All right. I'll make a one with advantage.
Before you roll,
Think
tell me how you try to pass them off as your familiar.
Um,
As you enter into this classroom, there's 29 other students in here, all various races.
but I'm assuming that they're all like a lot younger than me, right?
Most of them, yeah, because you
Most of them.
started late.
I'm gonna say that with my how little grasp I have on magic, that the find familiar spell kind of eh, and it gave me this abomination.
This.
Okay.
I came out with this thing.
Hopefully my next find familiar spell would look better.
He gave me this thing. I'm not satisfied with it, but it'll do for now. I don't know what
Dork
this is
is
supposed to be, but whatever.
Chorch just dying in my book bag, just fucking.
Boy,
Wow.
make that deception roll.
Yep.
8.
Wait, 8? Ooh, and that was with advantage?
Rolled a 4 and then I rolled a 2.
I
Yeah.
feel like Short's the type of character though that like even if he's failing his deception roll, you can't tell he's failing it, you know?
That's
I'm too
not
cute.
true at all, but okay. Oh, okay. Well,
You're fucked.
I'm the one with the lead pipe. I don't know what they're gonna do to me.
I
I just have a lead pipe, man.
don't know what's wrong here. All I'm doing is coming into your place armed. I
I have
don't.
magic missile. Me. I have prestidigitation. I have metal pipe.
Bong!
I have a goddamn metal pipe.
We're gonna find out that this Chork guy is just like the ruler of gods or something.
Okay, so the professor that you are seeing is a female Asimar. So as you enter into the classroom, you I mean you come in as a student, you're dressed for the part. She already knows you're supposed to be in the classroom because you've met with the dean and the other professors. She knows you're supposed to be in there. As your Cobalt friend joins you, this is Professor Zalrant. She immediately, as you're going in, this is my familiar. That's, come on, Cassius, really? Day one? I know
What?
you're trying to impress your classmates. I mean, they're younger than you. I get it. Just don't bring him back tomorrow.
Okay. What was her name again?
Zalrant.
Can you spell that?
Spell it how you think it's spelled.
She has it written on the board. It's the first day.
Pay attention.
No, because eventually we're gonna do a fucking anus talk where I shoot out the names of places that I have made and get you guys to try and spell them and see how close you are.
I'll give it a go.
It's Zalrant.
Valorant.
But yes, so she is basically tells you do not bring him back tomorrow, but you guys sit down in the classroom and figure it out. Um, so we will say that the rest of the day, not only finding water, but finding a place to sleep, you guys will all come back to either consciousness or what have you. Mid-afternoon class rings out. You stay in the same classroom for the entire day. It's basically just going over the basics of what you're going to be learning. You're given about 6 books. Um, yeah, but like 6 like thick encyclopedia like books. Only one of them fits inside your backpack. And you have another 5 that you've got to carry around somehow or store safely somewhere because you've got to study them. But they are all just like history and tomes and like a book on artifacts and just different shit that you've got to learn. Um,
It's honestly handy.
and then of course Chork. You would just be kind of chilling in the classroom learning about shit that like absolutely none of this is sticking. Like, what the fuck am I even doing here?
No, Chork, that's not food. No.
That pretty much, yeah, like just like sees a fly and goes after it.
No, that's the inkwell. No.
Yeah,
Try to eat someone's frog familiar.
exactly.
I think it'd be funny if he successfully eats someone's frog familiar.
You know what?
And then he's like, this has no fucking taste. This is bland.
You know, make an attack roll for me just because.
All
It
right.
just explodes into stardust in his mouth. And he's like, "Bleh."
15.
Oh my, okay. Yep. All right.
Yeah,
So
I'm
yes.
pretty sure a frog familiar has 1 HP.
So Chork is halfway through the class, escorted out by Zalrant because he eats one of your fellow students' frog familiars,
You know, I'll raise my hand on that one. That's my fault.
and he is
Let me
escorted
guess.
out of the classroom and out of the building.
I forgot that there was a no homeless person policy in this.
But yes, you all come back to consciousness. And Chork, where would you have gone after you were thrown out of the
Probably
building?
just loiter in the grounds.
Okay.
Until Cassius comes up.
Just wait
Pretty much.
outside.
So we will say that the majority of you convene back onto the main street where Felix would be. I know Hicks was going to Felix as soon
Ethan
as it
does not.
opened. But we will say that the majority of you reconvene back onto the streets near Felix. Like Cassius, as soon as you come out of the college and get back onto the main street, you see Chork just kind of like sitting there on the ground, poking at the dirt, trying to figure out life. And then you also see Hicks coming out of the woodwork, heading toward Felix. Maria and Fred would be doing the same thing, having some weird conversation about the quality and consistency of different water in the area.
I don't wanna go up to Chork, but I am going to pull an apple out of my bag and mage hand it over to him and give him the apple.
What does your mage hand look like?
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I don't even know.
Gotta
I
have these
will be right
things
back.
ready.
Okay.
I think I'm just gonna go generic and just be like a normal kind of blue iridescent type sparkly hand that's just holding an apple and go over and
All right.
give it to him.
Mine looks like a penis. Anyway, I hand him an apple on a giant cut. Never mind. Anyway, but yes, so just out of nowhere, Chork, an apple comes down, and
On a cop.
the weird part about Mage Hand is you can't see it. So just floating through the air as an apple that just lands in your lap as you are trying. Yeah, you just mouth. Yeah, see, comes down on a giant cock, and he just mouths the entire thing. See that? It all fits together. Ethan, where would you be right now?
Ethan went to Taco Bell, and then after the Taco Bell run, he picked up a bunch of Taco Bell for like the entire um police force, and he's heading back to his um
Unit.
Don't
Yes.
lie, he went to
Yeah.
Krispy Kreme and
But I
got
mean, that's
coffee and a
where
donut.
your police station is in the same district as Felix. So,
Yep.
um, and you went to District 5 to go to Taco Bell. So we will say just for the sake of argument, as you're passing through your district with all of these bags of food for the station, you come by the rest of the group. So Hicks is heading up to the front door to see if Felix is open. Chork is there eating an apple that just came out of nowhere. Cassius is off in the distance, clearly casting something. And then you hear Maria and Fret, if you guys just want to go into like just the this weird conversation about consistency of water. I don't know if you can come up with something on the fly, but it would be fucking hilarious if you could.
Ethan grabs a bag of Taco Bell and throws it in Chork's face. He tries to throw it to him, but
You know that
right
I'm
to his
doing that,
face.
right?
Who?
Chork.
Oh, okay.
Ollie. What?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. So as they're approaching, you just hear frog noises as they're approaching the main street in the building. Hicks, you will see that Felix is open at this point. There is nobody, well, like the door is shut, but you will see the sign that has been flipped from closed to open.
Mm. Yep. I will then go in.
Okay.
First off, have I seen anybody from my crew?
From your crew? Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? From Roy's
Like
crew or your crew?
no, from the merchant guild, merchantman?
Oh, no.
No.
No,
Yeah.
none whatsoever.
Yeah.
As far as you know, they got left in Felix because they were drunk and passed out.
Yep. Yeah. So then I'm gonna walk in.
Okay. So as you swing the door open, you see Tia behind the bar, once again, just filling up random shots and entire like 16-ounce glasses and putting them onto plates and passing them out to people. And as you do a quick scan of the building, you can see Roy is in there. Um, you can see Tony is in there, and there's really nobody else in the building except for those two. And they are just sitting at the table at like at separate tables, just kind of staring at the surface of the table with their cauldron. Like they may as well have the fucking like the whole like coffee pot, the cauldron full because they're just downing it,
Mm.
just staring off into nothing. But she is there. And it appears like she's making more trays and plates than there are people in her bar.
Mhm.
Hmm.
I'm gonna see that. I'm gonna look at her like expecting a big rush.
Oh, I'm always expecting more people than there are, love. I'm glad that you made it back. How was it?
Awful. Way to
Well,
just
that
leave
well
out
that well that
super
goes with
important information.
that goes with
Um,
the nature of the place. See, I didn't fully know everything about it. I
mhm,
was just curious as to the rumors going on there,
mhm,
and you were just new enough that I could hook you in.
mhm, mhm. Yeah. Have you seen Brasp?
I have not. I don't know where she went. I really wish she would come back
Mm.
because these two slumped over the tables look like really good drawings.
She did she point to Roy and Tony?
Yes.
Uh,
The only two in the building besides you,
yeah, yeah.
unless
No, I just
everyone
want to make
else
sure.
follows you in.
I thought
You
their names
guys,
were Mario and Luigi.
no, Rasp is the gnome.
Rasp is no the Barrio brothers.
Yeah, the
Oh, the
Mario
Barrio
brother,
brothers.
not the
Okay.
Mario
Gene and
brothers.
Jerry. Come
The
on,
Barrio.
Gene and Jerry.
Okay.
Gene and Jerry
Gene
Barrio.
and Jerry Barrio.
And then the head of it, I believe, Cuthbert. That's his last name. What was his first name? I can't remember
You made him.
now. I know. I have made lots of characters.
Welcome to my world, sir.
Yeah, yeah. Miller Cuthbert. That's what it
Yes.
was.
Welcome to my world, sir.
Yep.
Making a character and forgetting everything about them the moment you need to use them. Welcome to my world.
Yeah. So yeah, just looking for those guys. Um,
I haven't seen them come back in since they left last night.
mm,
Uh, they had to be escorted, removed from the premises because none of them could walk on their own feet.
mm,
It was delightful.
mm, mhm, mhm.
Y'all a bunch of lightweights, goodness.
Oh, one of my favorites. Come on up here. Pours a shot. Come on
Ah,
up. Come on up.
well, Well, hello there, my dear. And then she'll go ahead and grab it.
Little
Make a con
Marley.
save for me,
What time
Maria.
is it, actually?
Um, by this point, it would be mid-afternoon, like 4 or 5 o'clock.
Hmm.
I had to look at my spells because I was double checking what I could do.
Did everyone follow Hicks into the tavern,
No,
aside from Ethan, who threw a bag of
Yes.
food at Chork?
I'm
And
still
I
waiting
would
for
Did I
go.
hit him in the
Cassius.
face?
Oh, roll the seat.
I
That's
would
what I
assume
wanted to.
not.
That's what I wanted
What?
to.
You're so mean to him. What did he
Fuck.
do?
Nah, he didn't hit him in the face.
He's just a silly little
Well,
guy.
a bag of food does land near you and kind of like scatters the food among the ground, but you know,
Doesn't care. He's eating worse.
Yes.
He lives in a cave.
that's true. What did you
Make a
roll
con
for a
save,
con
would
save,
you?
Maria?
That's a dirty 20, good
That's a
sir.
dirty 20. Okay. Yes. So you feel absolutely nothing. It's like drinking water.
Ironic, I was just doing some.
Wow, you do have a tolerance, don't you? Pours another one. I would be interested to see just how much you could drink. You do you do notice that it is that same weird bottle she had poured before.
And then gave Hicks a bottle for the boys.
Yeah, that. Speaking
Well,
of
Maria
which,
has a bottle of it too.
speaking of which, Mr. Redhead, did you earn the bottle I gave you? What did you find down there?
Oh, here. I give her the big piece of glass.
Ooh, like the fist-sized one?
Yeah,
Ooh, that is. This is just glass, isn't it?
I don't know, to be honest with you. But they were mining it down there.
Kind of takes one of her claws that are still actually sharp
Hmm.
and literally carves a smiley face in it
No, don't do that.
and
I
then
don't like that sound.
puts it on the shelf. Great addition to my bar. Thank you. I appreciate that. You didn't earn the second bottle with that. But what did you find down there? I'm curious. And just again gets very uncomfortably close to you, like leaning over the bar and gets really close.
Wow, there's no need for that. I'm gonna take a step back. And yeah, I mean, it was just creepy, honestly. Really creepy.
Creepy, that's fascinating.
Yeah, yeah, there was a
Any
bit.
lost children down there?
Well, there's a theory going around. Um,
Mm,
that
do tell.
the miners are miners. I look over at Roy. I was like, there's probably gonna be some police that are gonna come here soon and wanting to talk to that guy. Um,
when he's back to some kind of sobriety, I too want to speak to him.
um,
Cassius, where did you go? Did you just continue hanging around outside with Chort?
Yeah,
I know he
I'm
didn't go
I'm
in.
actually no, I do want to go in because I want to know what she's gonna say and why she led us to the miners
I'll
when she
go
was
in
talking
too.
about different miners.
Okay.
there was a pretty pricey looking gem in the center of all
Ooh,
this, but wouldn't budge.
a
Tried to get it.
gem.
Yeah,
What kind?
I don't know. Kind that hypnotizes people into mining.
It hypnotizes people.
Yeah, from what I can gather.
Interesting.
Is it really, really hot though?
It was really, really hot. Yeah.
Well, welcome back, Mr. Frogman. Do you drink? Pours a shot, hands it to
Maria's just gonna he he's been through enough in the past like
Oh,
bit of time, so he's gonna take a slight pass for now.
I thought you were more fun than that. Pfft.
And then she
Okay.
takes it and takes his shot and does it, and I'm like, and then
Well,
she
I
puts her hand down. You were saying.
well, I know you can handle it. I thought you were more fun to let the little guy do it. I've never seen a frog drink
As
before. Tell me
As
more about this minor theory that you've got. I'm interested. There's a whole lot of rumors around that cave of wonders.
As soon as Maria takes Fret's shot, as soon as she finishes it, he's gonna shoot his tongue out and try to and attach it to the bar where the shot glass used to be.
Where it was, but he's delayed.
The effects of the roach would have worn off by now.
Just
I missed.
tastes like wood polish.
Oh, thank you. I just cleaned it. Tell me about this binder theory.
she wants to know too
I,
much.
I'm always interested in the new prospects of this weird place that we have.
Don't you
She
live here?
she wants to know too much.
Oh, I hear all kinds of rumors about it.
Hmm.
I'm
She's
way too
been
frail
saying
to
that.
go down there myself. I'm just curious about. You said you have a new minor theory, that the miners were miners. Can you explain?
Yeah, absolutely. So it seems like
Before he starts talking, Maria's just gonna like kind of elbow him in the rib cage and just gonna be like,
okay. That's rude. I don't know why you're doing that. Um,
and she's gonna motion to him and just kind of be like, just kind of like try to like with her face be like, watch what you say,
mhm.
like under the table, like where she can't see, she's gonna have her hand and just be like, mm-mm, mm-mm,
Hicks, give me an insight.
mm-mm.
Like,
See
do,
if
do you
you
need to
see
go to the
if
bathroom? Like, what's going on right
yeah,
now?
see if you can tell the sign she's trying to get. If it's nonverbal, give me an insight.
Insight. That's a 19.
Okay. Yeah, you would know what she's
Mhm.
trying to tell you.
All right.
Because the reason that she's elbowing you, now that you obviously know what's going on, it's like, she wasn't completely truthful, like, about what had happened. So, like, don't tell too much of what we found.
Mhm.
Don't
Because
show our whole hand.
it could, the way that she's motioning that she wants more information,
Mhm.
probably want to be careful what you say.
Okay. Um,
Sorry. Counter. Counter's litter slippery. She said it was recently polished, but what
mhm,
kind of
mhm.
information did you say you were gonna share with her? Hicks?
Oh, that like, yeah, even the miners, they don't see the kids coming down, I guess.
Yeah,
They didn't
because
recall seeing them.
for
It was
for
weird.
some reason at one point they just didn't want to be they weren't paying attention to their surroundings. They were extremely focused on what they were doing.
Hmm. Fascinating.
No,
Miners focusing on their work.
Hmm.
not really paying attention to their surroundings or
Hmm.
possible safety hazards that could
Hmm.
be happening.
Or
Hmm.
even noticing little children running around. So
So there were kids down there.
none that we saw.
We
But the
never
theory is
saw
that they
any
were going down
children,
there, but so far
but
everyone that's been down there says that they didn't see any.
the
Hmm.
fact that the miners were very confused when they realized we were behind them, they didn't even realize that we were there.
Hmm.
So we found that a little concerning that it is entirely possible that the rumors are true, but we cannot confirm or deny because we've only been down there for a short time, one time. So we can't give you a true or honest answer on what's going on until we possibly go down there again.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Right, Hicks?
I mean, I can't see a reason why I would ever want to go down there again. to be honest with you. I mean,
Well,
unless it's to get that gem, but it wouldn't even budge the last time because I mean, it looked like it was worth something.
gem. What
Um,
gem? Tell me.
yeah, the gem
What
that I
gem?
told you about before, that it was in the middle of the room. It was really hot,
Hmm.
wouldn't budge. Tried
And
to
there
get
were
it.
no other parts to this cave. It was just this one room.
Oh, there was the tunnel to it. Yeah.
Hmm.
And then there was a tunnel leaving that the carriages went through that miraculously they appeared back on the surface. Um,
They just kind
It
of
seems to me like maybe you should go through this tunnel.
uh-huh. And why on earth would I ever do that?
Well, to explore more of the cave. Why not? Maybe you'll find out the secret to this gem that's down there.
And why is that so serious now?
I'm just curious as to what this gem could mean. It's the first I've heard of it.
Mhm, mhm.
You're a liar.
You're not even there.
Something
Yeah. Yeah,
very
you're doing a Taco Bell run. Shut up.
No, he already did a Taco Bell run. He's going to the station now.
Um, yeah, I
I
mean,
do, I do have an incentive to send you back because I'm curious.
oh really? How much are you willing to pay me for more information about this cave?
Reaches under the counter, pulls up, and puts a bag on the counter.
Mhm, mhm,
Information is what I'm looking for, not necessarily something physical.
mhm.
If
And
you're brave enough,
any information that I gather.
anything
Uh,
new that I haven't heard before.
uh, uh, well, I would imagine that since you're just hearing about this doorway, that anything through that doorway, any information on it would be new information to you.
Oh, absolutely. All the other ones that I've sent down there either haven't come back or have been too chicken shit to keep going.
Mhm.
I need someone brave.
I can't remember. Did you mention that before that you sent people down there and they never came back?
Oh, absolutely not. I'm only
Hmm.
doing that now.
Hmm. Hmm. Wow. 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 All right. How much we talking? How much is in that bag?
Oh, I have no idea. You can count it later. I just put a bag up there.
Mm-hmm.
Blue one, another shot. And another one for the frog in case you're fast enough.
Maria's just gonna roll her eyes and be like,
he's gonna take the shot.
Cassius and Chor oh, Cassius, you said you were going in. What are you doing in there?
I
Other
was
than trying
just
to hide the fact that you're underage.
Blast the face.
I was just listening to the conversation, trying to see if I could glean anything.
All right. Um,
I do not want to go back in that pit. I am useless down there.
and Chork, what are you doing?
Probably the same thing, giving to you like dirty glances across the room because the cave wasn't habitable for him.
That's all he
Feels
cares.
let
I don't care if
down.
it was dangerous. I can't move my village there. Fuck your danger. I can't move my village there. That's all I care about. Ethan, you
Hmm.
make your way to the police station.
Hmm.
Um, Run down, but usable. Um, Not like perfectly built or spectacular or advanced, but usable.
Hmm.
Um, you walk through the door, which is level with the ground,
Arms full of bags.
arms full of bags, and as you walk in, um, you see like the custodial services are cleaning up the floor, and they are cleaning up the floor because you notice two like adult tabaxi police officers dragging a corpse into the back of the building. That
What happened?
that is a very like robust looking human male, or at least was,
Yeah.
dragging him into the back, and you see Jadam, the chief.
He's going
Um,
straight up to the chief.
I mean, but he goes straight up to you. That's what I mean. Like you're coming through
Yeah.
with bags of food. This corpse is being pushed through, and Jadam, the very intimidating rhino folk, who again, as I
Sir!
described to you before, is like too big for the area that he occupies. He walks around the front desk and walks up to you, and on the third step,
Sir!
his giant foot falls through the floor. Fuck!
He doesn't move at all. He stays at attention with the bags.
Where were you? This man was involved with the Tabaxi children. We have that
What?
confirmed, and we still don't know
How?
where the kids are. Where were
Okay,
you?
hold on. I have
He's
I
just
have theories.
bellowing. He is just booming. His voice is very loud and intimidating to the point where three buildings down from the police station at Felix, everybody, you can all hear this booming voice. Can't necessarily make out what the words are saying, but you can hear it. It is
Sir.
very loud. Go ahead with your theories. I
Okay,
love your
listen.
theories.
Yes, I know you hate my theories. I'm sorry. Listen. So, I did some policing and I went down into the cave called Splunk. And there are miners down there that I'm thinking are going down there as children and not realizing they're down there and they're becoming minors and they're being mind controlled. There's a gym down there. It admits some kind of booming thing. I know the look on your face. Just let me continue on this.
Go ahead. Yeah,
Listen,
he's just like putting his big mitt on his eyes, and you can also see as you're doing the theory, all of the other officers behind you, from Tabaxi to Human to Elvin to other Rhino folk that are smaller than Jadam, are all kind of just like, okay. But go
I
ahead.
brought I brought food and an update. I still have things out there I need to work out and look at.
Oh no, keep going with your theory though. I didn't want to interrupt.
Oh, that was the theory.
Okay.
He needs more
Oh,
info.
give
I
a persuasion or deception depending on what you're trying to do. Do
He's
not tell
not
me
lying.
don't tell me which one because I don't care. Just make one of the rolls. It doesn't really matter. Just make one of the rolls.
Well, it doesn't really matter because they're both +1. It's not terrible. A 13?
Ugh. Miners doing mining. Big
Yes.
twist there.
Yes, but listen. Okay.
Listen, Ethan, we have tried giving you leeway since your accident, and we have tried giving you rope to do your investigations your way, and all you have done from that moment is take the rope and hang yourself with it.
That's bullshit!
Just listen, hey, that language. You want to keep working here, you will stop talking. Children are not going into a cave and becoming adults overnight. That is, for lack of a better term, bullshit. Now
Oh, you're lucky.
you bring me real solid theories and evidence, or you turn in your badge, because I am tired of whatever it is this is. I'm sorry that this accident happened to you, but we are not going to continue playing your game.
No.
Is that Taco Bell?
Fuck you and your Taco Bell. He puts it down and he walks out.
Okay. All right. So, what are you guys doing?
What else is there to do
Brett's gonna take the
besides go
shotgun
back in the cave?
for him.
Wait until nighttime. Head back to the cave.
I mean, you guys are literally looking at two of the key people in Felix. How late are you willing to? Because there's rooms in here. How, like, do you guys want to get rooms? Are you looking to sleep, or are you just gonna literally chill in here until they get up and go back to work?
I mean, I took a nap already.
I mean, you all did basically. Well, I mean, aside from the people that went to school.
Hmm.
We just relaxed.
Um, but yeah, I mean,
Oh, one thing of note, by the way, everyone in Felix who is perceptive in nature at all is noticing that this tiny, usually red cobalt is blinking different colors in rapid succession.
who is that? Chork?
Hmm.
What?
Um,
He's a disco ball now?
Pretty much, yeah.
is that normal?
What normal?
Are you
He
supposed
ate
to
the
be doing
Taco
that?
Bell.
No, he didn't eat Taco Bell.
He ate an apple from a mage hand.
No.
What?
Are you eating
Wasn't
them
the
way
apple
up?
or the Taco Bell. He ate a frog familiar.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yes, you quite literally turn into a multicolored disco ball. And it lasts for an hour.
Oh.
So you get every color of the rainbow in rapid succession for 60
Uh,
minutes.
I'm
And I
also
can
gonna
see this.
I'm gonna wait at Felix because I'm gonna wait to see if Miller or Rasp or the Barrio brothers, any of them return.
Yeah, like pretty much within the hour that Chork, and yes, you would notice as you look at your
Oh.
hands, you're going pink, white, orange, yellow, purple, blue, brown, black, red, everything.
The
Just
new
in rapid succession, literally every second you're a different color.
I don't
Um,
like the rainbow.
but yes, within that 60-minute period
Taste the rainbow.
that he is trying to figure out what the hell happened to him. Not only are you blinking different colors, you're also as the effects begin to grow, you start to see in different colors, and then you start to taste in different flavors.
Oh my god.
Are they at least good flavors?
Hardcore tripping.
Yes, you taste purple and red and blue and green.
What does purple taste like?
Use your
Grape.
imagination. Everything tasted purple for a second.
Blueberry.
Like Fry on Futurama. Did everything taste purple for a second?
Oh.
Grape is no longer a flavor. You guys know that, right? 2025 grape is no longer a flavor. It's now purple. Purple is the
Purple.
flavor. It's not strawberry either. Red is the flavor.
Red.
No,
But
red is
but
fruit
no,
punch.
no, because in the gummy bears, green is strawberry.
That is
That's
true.
that is true. Everything's
it
fucking
is.
backwards.
What?
Nothing makes sense anymore. Green is strawberry. Green is supposed to be watermelon. That
Green
doesn't
is
make any sense
apple.
anymore. Yeah, green apple now, but green was watermelon before.
I don't know. I can't tell.
That is true. That is true. He doesn't know. Gray is every color to him. Gray is every flavor and every color.
I find something, I eat it, and then
And hope for the
okay,
best.
it
Oh,
tastes.
Cassius, did you go off screen to go to sleep?
No, I'm here, bro.
Okay.
I'm listening.
Not yet.
Because
Not
all
yet.
we can see is like half a lens.
That's all right. We're gonna wrap up soon anyway. Um,
Oh,
but
thank
yeah,
God.
so within that
Just
hour,
I'm
within
just leaning
that
back in my chair because my back is killing me.
within that hour, that Chork is a living, breathing, awkward disco ball. Yes, Miller and Rasp and the Barrio brothers do all come back into Felix, and they are loud. Rasp is walking in. Why didn't you guys let me draw you? That was the best thing that ever could have happened, and you fucked it up. I only got halfway through. This would have been a moneymaker. And you hear Miller going, Rasp, calm down. You know that they're not going to sit still. I can barely get them to sit still, and they work for me. And the Barrio brothers go, let's get drunk! Shot, 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 shot! Just like, but all of that at the exact same time. A smorgasbord of different voices and different volumes rushing through the entrance of Felix, blowing through, and immediately the Barrio brothers like step over Chork,
Oh my
barely
God.
noticing that he's even there, and Rasp mid-sentence going, that could have made me You'll do. And just starts drawing you in your weird color spectrum. Just stands there, this gnome, like face to face with you, just starts drawing you, like takes her bag off and rolls it out on the floor like those weird tool bags, but all of it is just paint colors and different brushes, and she just starts drawing you. And Miller going up to the bar with Tia, going, "Please do not let them overdo it this. Don't let me overdo it this time. Just I don't know where I woke up this morning, and I don't like it."
Hey Hicks, I found the caravan.
Oh, oh, thanks. Thanks, Fred. Big help.
He's been like this since I've known him, so I'm used to it.
Sorry to hear that.
You get
Um,
used to
I really will.
Ethan,
From the bug.
as you exit the police station angry, you do see the familiar caravan of his troop of Miller and the Barrio Brothers and Rasp all kind of going through. And you notice that they park outside of the building. They tie everything up the way they did before, and all of them walk in and very, very loud, as I described, go into the building. You would have had the outside perspective of that. One of the other things that you hear as they're going by, um, the you hear a voice as the caravan is going by. That crystal would be amazing to draw. Can we go down there? Why don't we go down there? Is there a cost to go down there? Is it a tourist thing? Do you have to know who you're talking? And just that conversation goes by as they then get very loud and
Mm.
go into Felix.
Wait, how do they know about the crystal?
Be nice to Ethan and find out.
That'd be nice to Ethan and find out. It's
This
the
isn't
only.
Alador, different character.
Are you sure? Yeah.
Positive.
I'm gonna
Hicks
go ahead
Hicks
and
is
keep my
also
mouth
a different
shut
character.
Right, that part.
because I'm starting to have a little bit of deja vu going on.
But yes, you guys are all kind of in there, and Maria, you've taken 3 shots by now, and Fret, I don't know if you indulged in the one she gave to you.
I did.
Um, make a con save, please, both of you. And you now have a gnome in there with purple hair drawing the disco ball that is Chork, and the Barrio brothers up at the bar again yelling for shots, and an older gentleman next to them begging the bartender not to let them drink so much. And Hicks, you were waiting for them
I'm
to
on full right
arrive.
now.
Mhm.
I'm going down.
They kind of don't really acknowledge that you're there.
Wow, rude.
But you know this troop. It's not really that way where they
Mhm.
don't they came in with a mission and you weren't it.
Mhm. Mhm. Rude. Didn't even notice I was missing. Fine. Um, yep, I'm gonna go up to Miller and I'm
Oh,
gonna
hey.
yeah. Hey, question. How long are we staying here?
However long we need to be honest. The entertainment here is fantastic.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Uh yeah, and I've made more money here in less than a day than we have in a while. So
Oh, cool, cool, cool. I'm just gonna take a little side gig real quick.
you
Get some
do what you
extra
got to do, man.
pocket
You know,
change.
to be perfectly honest, I never, other than muscle, I never knew why you carried around with jackasses like us anyway.
Hmm. Well, you guys did take me in, so that was nice. But yeah, so I'm gonna. Guys are just like a second family to me. It just seems like I was nothing new. Uh,
Say, I
uh,
don't even know why you're here.
What?
I
I
mean,
mean, I was an orphan, and Miller, you're just like a father figure to me, and you're just ignoring me. It's
He's
fine. It's cool.
attached to me.
Just like my original father. Um,
not a big deal. Not a big deal at all.
just
You
hit me
know,
right in the feels.
you're only orphaned twice in one sentence. It's not
Yeah.
nothing serious.
No, no, I just gonna take a little side thing for some extra money. What's the next place you're heading in case it takes a little bit longer and I know where to meet you guys at?
Oh, well, I mean, to be honest, we've got quite a journey when we actually decide to go.
Mhm.
Um, we've got some. The next gig is kind of a weird one. You ever been to a prison?
No, no. Uh,
If you decide to tag along, you're going to, because that's
huh,
where we're going next.
okay.
Um,
What could you possibly be doing at a prison?
Oh.
believe it or not, they need stuff.
They need stuff.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Or the ones that are protecting them do. I'm not entirely sure, but that's where we're going.
Mm, okay. How many
Um,
days?
I don't know. When the money stops, we leave.
Huh,
Kind of like here.
okay.
We've been over in the entertainment district here in this place, and
Mm,
it's we can't even keep up with how much they're buying.
mm. Cool.
Um,
Good.
but apparently this prison is like desperate,
Mm,
which is great for business.
yeah.
We've been told it's dangerous, but it's yeah, money. Money is nice.
Speaking of, in case we do get separated, do you mind if I get my cut from the last shipment? Uh,
Well, truth be told, we haven't cut anything yet. Once
you
it's
just
done.
said business has been booming.
Oh,
I just wanted to
absolutely,
clarify.
absolutely. Once we're wrapped up here, everyone's gonna get their cut. We'll do it at the end.
Oh, all right.
But yeah, I'm not
Cool.
gonna leave you out, Hicks. You know that.
All right. I appreciate that. All right. Cool. Just wanted to know. Gonna go.
Oh, just in case we end up leaving before you get back from doing whatever you're doing. The place that we're going is called Silent. It's
Silent.
Silent, Silent with an S. Uh,
Mhm.
Big old prison camp.
Mhm.
Don't know why they called us, but that's where we're going.
Mhm. Okay. Cool. Thank you.
And as he turns around, you see the Barrio brothers are literally like "Gulk, gulk, gulk, gulk." Like as he was talking and being distracted by you, they were just fucking shoving shit down, and Tia's just pour, like not giving a shit. What were your con saves, by the way?
12.
Can I ask an above table question?
Go ahead.
Is that the prison you told me about and where it is?
No.
No, it's not.
Nope.
So it's completely different.
Yeah. Silent is not in Gloofington.
Okay.
The prison you're thinking of would be in Sector 2, and
Yeah,
no.
that's why I've just read that. That's why I was wondering.
Nope. What was your con save there, Maria?
That's a 7.
Okay, so
To be
mid con
fair, this is 3 shots in.
yes, so mid conversation to this, Hicks, you're gonna notice two things simultaneously. Number one, as you were distracting Miller, the Barrio brothers were just shooting shit down. Rasp has a very, very beautiful, like 10 out of 10 watercolor rendition of Chork and his disco ball phase.
I see you playing
Um,
Dune.
the Barrio brothers hit the counter again. Maria, very soon after, boop, hits the counter right next to them. And
Ah,
your little frog friend, Fret, kind of wobbles a little bit and flutters his wings and then falls off the counter onto one of the stools.
Nice.
There you go. Like simultaneously, boom, 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 and boom.
All right. Well, you guys are useless. I guess I might have to recruit that police officer. I'm gonna go back in that cave. Hmm. Still gotta wait till nighttime though.
Well, I mean, to be fair, Cassius is sober, and
Oh,
the
the magic child in the
yeah,
anti-magic cave. Yeah, he'll be
Cassius
a
is
lot of
sober,
help.
and Chork is just being a muse.
Recovering.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Chork is just being a muse to your gnomish artist.
I guess I can always just throw the magic child at an enemy.
Ethan, would you have wandered back to
Nope.
Felix? Where were you going?
He was. Oh,
I
one
thought
second.
I
I'm
was the drunk
trying.
one.
He was going to the mound to just sit there and think. He's very
Okay,
angry.
so you went back to where the cave is.
Yeah, he's very angry. He's just chilling.
Okay, so you just wandered back out there. Okay.
He didn't leave his cart. He
Okay.
drove his cart.
What's the hand up for, sir?
Question. Or actually statement. I'm gonna leave Felix. I'm gonna head towards the cave.
Okay.
On my walk, I want to examine those pieces of glass, the small ones.
Okay.
Can I do like an Arcana check on them or something like that? Like,
If you want to, sure. Do you want to do an investigation or an arcana? Are you proficient in arcana?
I am.
Okay. So either investigation or arcana, depending on what you're trying. What are you trying to find?
Well, obviously, if there's any magical properties to it, like why it's like heavier than normal, um, denser, I will probably do another investigation check on it as well. I'm
Okay.
just like, because like I'm an artificer, so like it's
Yeah.
fascinating me. Like,
Oh, that's true. That's
uh,
true. That is like in
Yes,
your
yeah, yes.
wheelhouse.
yeah.
As you're heading, are you taking anybody with you, or is it just you? Cause
Well,
yeah,
I mean, it's still daytime. The
yeah.
thing doesn't go till night, but I'm just gonna head there anyways because I got nothing else to do. So,
Okay. But are you taking Cassius and Chork, or is it just
if they're gonna
wandering
if
out?
they want to follow me, they're more than welcome to. Um,
I'm tired of being ogled at by a random gnome.
but
That's okay. I'm done with you anyway. You can go.
yeah.
This
So
is the best picture ever. And she actually she throws it up and it's literally like a 10 out of 10 watercolor rendition of all of your beautiful colors splattered across the same page. It really is like a really
is it
good.
is it like with the what is it, the multicolor, like how like an oil spill, like when you
Yeah,
like
yeah.
rotate the paper, it like
Literally.
changes his
Yeah.
colors. Yeah.
Yep, literally.
I rolled an 18 on my
Chromatic.
Arcana check, by the way.
Okay. Um, Oddly enough, you're not sensing any magical properties from it at all.
Mhm. Okay. And then I'd like to do another more in-depth investigation
Okay.
check if I can. That is a nat 20. on the bar.
Um, for being pieces of glass, it is dull.
Hmm.
It is
Like
very
no shimmer or gleam.
no shimmer, no sharpness.
Should I
No, it is dull. It is dull in shimmer, it is dull in sharp. There is nothing glass about it other than that it is see-through.
oh, it's like transparent.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know why I thought for some reason mirror, like a piece of mirror. Um,
Oh, reflective.
yeah, like yeah, reflective.
Yeah,
Thank
no.
you. That's the word.
No reflective, no
Just
shimmer,
clear.
no sharp, just clear. Not even the white that you get when you break glass.
So not the opaqueness around
Yeah,
the
nope,
edge.
nothing, just completely clear.
And
Heavy.
how does the break look? Is it look like it was like I don't know, like the edges of it? Is it like broken? Is it like burned? Like
No, it looks like it's round. Or it looks like it's
like laser cut? Like you know what I mean? Like
it looks like it is filed.
filed. Okay.
Moved.
So is there like how thick is it?
Well, it's a round piece of glass.
No, no, I know it's round, but like what's the thickness of it? Like is it like thin, or is it like have some like
It
girth
has
to
some
it? Like
thickness to it. Yeah.
so do I notice like the file marks in the sides like that would indicate that? Like
Not it this thing looks like again, it would be as if someone threw a rock through a pane of glass, but this glass broke, perfectly filed, dull, no opaque at all, just
mhm,
clear. Just a clear, round ball of glass.
mhm.
That is heavy. This is about this big and it weighs about 5 pounds.
So like almost like a tempered glass almost like
Yeah.
it's like thick.
Mhm.
She,
But it is tiny like marble size and weighs 5 pounds.
hmm. Okay. All right.
Chork said he was following behind you. Cassius, were you following him as well?
I guess.
All right.
Mhm.
So as we have Maria and Fret passed out in the bar, and Ethan already at the mound, and then we have Cassius and Hicks and Chork all joining him at the mound to await the next adventure on what this group is going to do with two of their party members drunk at the bar. Felix,
Mhm.
uh,
Not just more
under the
drunk.
thumb of Tia, we're gonna end there tonight. Um, yeah, I broke all of these dice out for no reason. That's the first time I've broken all my dice out for no reason. But yes,
Yay!
um,
Nobody died.
yes. But thank
No one took
Nope,
damage,
that's
just
not true.
stupidity.
There are three miners missing. They could have died.
Eh.
uh, thank you so much for joining the
Um,
live if you did. We love you, and we will see you next Saturday for more of the adventure.
okay, we love you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
All right.